tonight. Rich's trip. We're going to talk about Rich's trip to Vegas to the World Series of Poker, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about a formula for the NFL Coach of the Year to help you maybe bet that market. We have some updated presidential betting odds. We've got beer. We've got trivia. Hey, I'm JT. We are the 50,000 watt voice of the numbers, guys. This show, BS. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ready, dope.
All right, let's do it.
This is the 50,000 watt voice of the numbers guys in the Motor City.
And now, live from Studio 8B, it's time to BS with the guys.
Well, what is going on? Numbers Nation. Numbers Nation. Hey, listen, if you are seeing us on YouTube, man, is it great to be with you. And if you're catching us live, also on YouTube, please feel free. Feel free to hop in the chat and say hello. We'd love to hear from you. Where's Q-Dub's bot? Not in there yet. Okay. If you'd rather send us a text, feel free to do so. I might try to read it during the show. You can do that. It's going to be TNG Live 007. That's the number to do that. That's going to be 864-548-3007. And listen, one last note. If we look at that.
Sorry.
Just so professional over here.
Yeah, I feel like Michael Buffer today. I got the Michael Buffer.
A new mic.
Good. Yeah, well, they're all
When the
new
show
mics.
starts, you should have it like lowered down.
That would be fucking sweet. I think what I might do is bring this down from the ceiling after tonight's show, because I'm only going to use it this one time.
I think the show has started officially.
Oh.
Well, Q-Dub hasn't texted.
No, so it's not official.
Are we running early?
Well, actually, for us, we are. We're actually kind of on time. Hey, if we provide you guys any sort of value tonight, whether it be entertainment, I think that's value. That shit's not free.
Added value?
Added value. Value add, a betting tip, maybe a beer recommendation. Do me a favor. Just give this video a like. It's going to look like a thumb. Just hit that. It's a thumbs up, not the thumbs down. We don't want that shit. A thumbs up would be great. And your subscription would be big league appreciated. And with me, small show tonight.
This is the Three Horsemen.
For the entire hour.
Three Horsemen, get it?
Instead of four?
Because there's three
Instead
of
of
us.
four.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Hey, D-Dub, how are you, man?
Doing well, thanks. I'm glad to be here. Just glad to be here.
Yeah, I hope the folks at home can see that pattern on that shirt. That's an Adidas.
I don't think they can.
No?
But
I thought
pretty
that was your
sweet.
weed shirt.
I'm going to put this on
It kind of does look a little bit like a weed shirt.
I'm going to put this on eBay after the show, and I might even sign it.
Nice.
So
Nice. It'll go for some
You
big
gotta just
league
put your
money.
name on it. If you endorse it to somebody, it's not worth as much.
That's true. Yeah, because you don't want to put like two JT.
Right, but there's only so many JTs.
Right. Yeah. One of which is in trouble with the DUI. Did you hear about that? That was a few weeks ago now.
Justin
Yeah.
Thomas?
Yeah, Timberlake.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway,
I hope I
talking-
look that good when I get pulled over for a DUI.
I do too, but what do you say? Something about the tour? Like, what about the tour?
He's like, I fucked up my tour or something.
Yeah, fucked up my tour. That's pretty awesome. It's good to see people suffer. Okay, and next to you, D-Dub, not Tones tonight.
Oh.
It's Little Anthony's birthday, so shout out to Little Anthony early.
Shout
Happy
out.
birthday, Little Anthony. Not his son, Little Anthony. Yes,
Little Steven is the guy from the Springsteen band.
yeah.
Little Anthony is the guy from Tones' house.
Correct. Two different things. Next to you, fresh off a Vegas vacation. We're going to talk a lot about that tonight, I have a feeling. We got my boy Rich. What's
What
going
up?
on, Richie?
I'm back, so I didn't win enough.
How many energy drinks did you have this past week?
I probably had a couple. I really didn't have as much as actually during. We'll get into it, but they served two things during the World Series of Poker, and I wanted a Coke, but it wasn't one of the options. It was water
Let me guess.
or Red Bull.
Oh,
Sorry,
I was gonna say Clamato.
Clamato.
Clamato? I thought he was talking about the fine Peruvian.
But it was like that's all the waiters had on their tray when they walked around. I was like, come on. Come on.
I don't think you can.
It's cold Coca-Cola.
Hey, in the chat, by the way, Realtor Lauren. How are you, Realtor Lauren? I think we missed you. Was that last week? I didn't hear much from you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good time.
We were all gone.
Oh, right. It was 2 weeks ago. That's right. 2 weeks ago. She says it definitely looks like a weed shirt from the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a nice weed shirt though.
Yeah, high quality. Is that like a microfiber? What is that?
Yeah.
I think it's just.
The sleeves are proper length for
What
you.
do you call that?
Elbow there.
Right.
It was custom made.
What do you call that
Bespoke?
material? That's like cotton. I think it's
I
cotton.
think it might be called cotton. I'm no expert. Yeah.
I think it is cotton.
Well,
Breathable.
it is. It's the fabric of our
here.
lives, actually.
The touch.
Anybody have any? Anybody have any picks? I got a pick. Can I give a pick out? Because it's about to go off here
Please
in about
do, Jim.
1 minute. I got. This is going to be a MLB total. An MLB total. It's Oakland versus Boston under 10 runs, and that's minus 112. At least it was as of a few minutes ago.
That was a
Minus
high one.
112 at DK. Oakland versus Boston under 10 runs. Minus 112 at DK. My number on that minus 194.
Do you know something odd about the 2-run promo today?
I did. Yeah,
It was
I
only
played it
like
and lost.
245.
What do you mean?
Oh, 345 or something like that.
Yeah, it only lets you do the early wave games.
They've been
Oh,
doing that
yeah,
the
yeah,
last
yeah.
2
Have
weeks.
they?
But actually, last week they didn't even have anything.
No, there was nothing last week.
And then
Yeah.
the 2 weeks before that, early, it's got to be the early games. 1 week it was 405. I think today it was like 355 or something like that.
Yeah, because I was trying to do Oakland because
There
was
was-
a high run, high. But I ended
No
up
good
doing
picks.
Pittsburgh, and that worked out good. Skeens had a no-hitter through 7s today. I got pulled.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So you won today.
That one.
I had Colorado, and we lost.
Yeah, that was an early game. There was. I only had 2 games to choose from by the time I was able to.
Okay.
So I was kind of pinned, which
Yeah.
is probably a good thing for me.
But at least you got something. Did you get? Was it 25 or was it 10? Or
it
what'd you
was
get?
10.
10.
So I think the Pittsburgh was favored because Skeens is. Holy cow, that guy! He's got like a 1-something ERA right now. Did you know that?
Something
did.
like that.
I
did
knew
not
he was
know
good. I didn't know he was like that dominant because like Scooble is probably the best of the Miracle League, but Skeens is off the charts. I think he's at 1-7 range or something right now. Mm-hmm. And he certainly helped himself today. Gave up no hits through 7.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I totally missed that. Having to work today, not watch baseball all day. But right now I got the Cubs and Orioles going on over here.
I can see it.
Yeah, can you?
You don't think that'll get us in trouble, do you?
I hope not.
Did you hear about the latest single game parlay that's become popular to play
I have not.
amongst all the
What are
Sharp
the kids?
fellas?
What are the kids doing? Oh,
White Sox? Do you realize the White Sox are like a top 5 team in the first 5 innings bet money line?
I don't think I knew that.
Apparently, that would mean that their bullpen
Bullpen's
is
terrible.
terrible. So
Yeah.
you bet the White Sox first 5, and then you bet against them in the
You bet them to
Game.
lose? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
and it's been a thing. It's been a major thing.
Huh. I didn't know that.
That's a
I'm late to the game.
interesting. I mean, I'm curious on what the odds are on that. Probably not as good as they were for a while, but
Yeah, pretty good, But
usually they're like plus 300 to 400. So you got to figure they're plus 250 ish through 5.
I feel like at FanDuel maybe, or is it Gun Lake, where we used to bet all those single game parlays in the football season.
FanDuel, I think.
I used to have a hard time. I don't think it would let me bet both sides
Yeah,
of the action in
sounds
those
right
things.
too. It seems like it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
Definitely in basketball, I don't think it'll let you do that.
Although you're talking first 5,
Right.
and then so that's two.
No
unrelated-
correlation
Yeah, there's
there?
no correlation there, right? I think.
I would think if you're up in the 5th, there's a good chance you're gonna.
Unless you're the White Sox.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what you couldn't do? You couldn't. I don't know if you could bet White Sox first 5 and then White Sox money line.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd allow you to do that, but you could probably take the other end of it. I don't know. Well, obviously, where'd you hear about that on the Vegas Stats and Information Network?
Well, sort of. You're familiar with Gil Alexander.
Yeah, a numbers game.
Well, yeah, he has a podcast. It's called Beating the Book.
What's going on over here?
Gary?
Gary, come on in, Gary. No, Snoop's not here. Okay.
Somebody is at the door.
Yeah, I think
like
it's probably
Sesame
my
Street?
neighbor kids.
I think it's Mr. Rogers, right?
Comes that Gordon walks in. Remember Gordon? He was the black guy, I think, on Sesame Street.
The bald,
I
he's the
don't
bald
see
Yeah,
guy.
the bald
color.
black guy.
Yeah.
Was he a mailman?
I don't know what he did for a living. Not sure.
Entertain puppets.
Yeah, that's what he really did. Yeah. That's an interesting way to look at that, D-Dub. I'll have to look more into that.
Yeah, they went through some of those stats, and so the Beating the Book podcast is hosted by Gil Alexander, who's also from VSiN. It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
And,
we're going to actually talk about him today a little bit.
They talk about the in his podcast. He talks about just the big events that are going on, or quarterly things going on. Like we just passed the halfway point in the Major League Baseball season.
Yeah, right.
So he kind of just goes over the numbers, at this point, and kind of tells you like, well, hey, who's first 5 innings, who's surprisingly good? The Chicago White Sox.
Okay.
Which again, like Rich says, it's the bullpen.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting if you ever want to check out another podcast. I mean, it doesn't, it's not a rival of ours per se. Because what podcast really rivals ours?
Nobody's as good as us.
No.
But in the B tier, I'd say that Gil's podcast is probably tops. Top of the losers.
You listen to that?
I listened to that particular one because I think you told me to listen to that particular episode, so I did. But I didn't hear about the same game parlay thing. I just heard about the fact that the White Sox were really good in the first 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to look into.
Guys, we got some beer to drink.
Oh.
You want to try that?
Sure.
All right. This is called Libation Exploration.
Tasty beers or fine bourbons for our face holes to try. It's libation exploration with the numbers guys.
And we are back in Studio 8B. Tonight's beer, courtesy of Richie, who, for our musical mind game guest, Plumber to the Stars. Plumber to the Stars was your guess for one of the answers. You want to hear that? No?
What?
I'm just looking at what you're pouring there,
yeah.
buddy.
Oh, okay. I'm pouring this. All right.
Yeah, I think we're all mesmerized by it.
Looks
sorry.
like it's got some floaters
Oh,
in
it
there.
does. It does.
Got
All right.
some glitter in there, I think.
Hold on a
Glitters,
second here.
maybe
Well, that's the
cereal.
wrong one.
Cereal
Practice here.
Looks
Can
frosty.
we see this?
Foamy.
Shit. Hold on a second here.
Not the color I was
like this.
expecting.
Let me turn this on.
Got one of those black lights over there.
I got some additional lighting. Let's see if this works here. Does that help to see? There's glitter in this beer is the idea.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if you can really see that though.
Courtesy of unicorn farts.
Unicorn farts. Yeah. Okay, so this is courtesy of Rich. Unicorn farts from Dewclaw Brewing. And it's called Sour Me. Unicorn farts, 5.5% ABV. 14 Plato. I have no idea what the Dana Plato from Family Ties. She's tragically died.
Yes.
Alcoholic.
She was a
Alcoholic.
14? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how old Dana Plato
Her
was.
days, I guess.
With 10 IBUs, it says glittered sour ale is brewed with cherries. I love cherries. Tangerines, very good, and limes. 3 of my faves. Fruity cereal is added to the mash. Wait, fruity cereal?
Are we
that
talking
says? Did I
about
read that
like fruity cereal? Yeah.
Fruity cereal is added to the mash.
Not Lucky Charms.
No.
No, we found that out.
I'm thinking it's like Flintstones.
That one, Tricks.
I read this. It's finished off with a sprinkle of natural mineral-based edible glitter.
Sure.
Wow.
What does that add to the equation?
I don't know, but the style is a glittered sour ale. I didn't even know that was a style.
It's like when you go to the club and you smile, you got like the glitter on your teeth.
Kind of like that. I usually put the the glow sticks in when I'm at a rave. But
Right.
that's the way I roll.
I think the glitter would work the same way.
And this is from do we determine where Dewclaw Brewing is?
Jersey, baby. I want to say
Jersey
Ewing.
Shore.
Ewing, New Jersey.
Ewing, New Jersey. All right, I shut that off. Ewing, New Jersey. All right, I'm ready to taste this. You guys ready?
Give it a whirl.
Give it a whirl. Give it a swirl. You guys like sours?
I do.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
usually cherry involved in that, right?
Typically, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times, cherries, raspberries,
Yeah.
tart type of things.
I would like a little more booze in it, but guess I'd choke it down for the purposes of this show.
It is a little light on the ABV. I'm trying to see this glittery stuff. You guys see? I'm not seeing the glitter.
I don't think your unicorn didn't blow enough fart into that one.
No, I guess not. Interesting. Interesting taste.
Pretty okay. I'll say 2.5, Jimmy.
2.5.
Yeah, I actually I enjoy sours. We haven't had too many on the show, but this one's not sour enough for me. Like when I buy something with unicorn fart on it, I'm thinking this thing's gonna be over the top.
Yeah.
Sour maybe.
Right.
This one almost has like a not sour enough taste for me in it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's more of a. It's kind of a blend between a beer and a sour to me.
Can see that.
Yeah, it's
totally see that.
It doesn't hit really the way I thought it was. So I'm with Daryl.
False
I'm gonna say
advertising.
2.7. I mean, it's okay tasting, but it's not like what I thought was advertised about it.
Yeah, like sometimes sours are so sour where it like makes your jaw hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like that. This
I
isn't
like
that
it for
sour.
a drink or two, right?
Yeah,
but
for
then
one or two.
not so much after that. But yeah, I was expecting something a little different, I guess, especially with the packaging on it.
Yeah, me too. Here's our rating scale, by the way. The beer or other booze scale. Nobody's noticed this yet. I'm going to leave it alone. 5 is I'm driving across town for this shit. 4, I buy with no hesitation. 3, I wouldn't kick it out of bed. 2, I'll choke it down for the show so I don't look like a biatch. Or 1, hard pass, nastier. Well, we have to do it every show. There's new people. You know, what do you want?
What was that candy when we were kids? Sour cherries?
Oh, yeah. I remember those. Yeah. It's
Got a
pretty good.
very slight hint of sour cherries.
Are you getting like a taste that almost tastes burnt? Like a burnt taste or something? I can't quite put my finger out of here.
A burning taste? Tastes like burning.
I don't know.
You
It's
taste
definitely
that?
got something else going on.
Yeah, something that's a little different.
It's aftertaste that's sort of.
Almost tastes burnt to me. Like they crisped up, they burnt a cherry.
Maybe it was
Oh,
just
man.
they burned a couple of the cherries that batch.
That could be.
Accident.
Accidentally burnt some cherries. I hate to do this because I like beer, folks at home. I got to give this a 2.5. It's between not kicking it out of bed and having to choke it down. It's really not my favorite. And I like the flavor profile. You'd think I would like this.
I wonder if they were trying to go for like. So I don't know what most people think is sours, but I think I'm with Daryl where if I find one I like, I'll have 1 or 2 and then I got to move on.
Oh, yeah. I start to hurt
this
your
one
throat
almost
after a
feel
while.
like they're trying to like keep you on the sour, like because it's not sour enough.
No, it's not sour enough.
It's almost like if you liked it, you could keep drinking these, especially at 5.5. Ain't nothing there.
I bet was this like
Just trying to.
you could get a 4-pack?
Yes.
Was it like $14, $15 probably?
I think it was $14.99.
Yeah, $15.
Right.
I wouldn't buy it.
They had this on tap at that bar I was at in Holland.
They had it on tap.
Yes, sir.
You think all the glitter would have settled to the bottom of the keg?
Yeah, I didn't notice it.
No.
And I think I liked it. I think it was better than this, believe it or not. You ever find that to be the case where the
All the
tap-
time.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Constantly.
Huh.
I much prefer tap over can or bottle.
Tap
How
that
many
shit.
beers did you have before you had the unicorn farts, though?
0.
Oh, 0?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was your opener.
that's it.
That could
That
play a
was it.
factor sometimes. I think you got to open with a sour if you're at a bar.
Yeah.
You're gonna go with sour. I'm with them there.
All right. Well, I wish that was better for the folks at Dewclaw Brewing because the spirit was there. It was the right idea. They just the execution wasn't.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it's a
great.
fun sounding beer. It
Yeah.
sounds like something a nice little conversation starter at a party, maybe.
Sure.
You know, like, hey, have you ever tried unicorn farts? What?
What?
What are you talking about, unicorn farts? Oh, it's this new beer I found.
Yeah. What? Well, while we're drinking this or choking this down, as the case might be,
I'm actually starting to like it a little more.
it's growing on me. I'm getting less of that burnt taste the more I drink of it. You were
Maybe it
just
was,
in Las Vegas, Rich.
I was.
Did you know that?
I I'm still recovering. Yes.
Okay, so you're back. You were in Las Vegas. It was hot as fuck because it was like world record-setting temperatures.
It honestly was 112 to 120 the whole time we were there.
Well, that's not too bad.
Right. It didn't make a difference though. It's
Yeah, the difference between
it's 112, it's 120.
Yeah, right.
It don't matter. It's fucking hot.
And how was the World Series of Poker that you participated in at the Paris Las Vegas?
Yeah, so I did try to send you some videos. We're gonna have to work on that, but
I didn't get.
they didn't come through because I think we got some differences in phones there. But
I have a flip phone, so it doesn't. I don't get video.
Jitterbug.
It takes me forever to fucking text. I'll tell you that.
yeah, so I was talking a little bit about Daryl. It's held at the Horseshoe, which is I didn't understand when I was online why it's called the Paris Horseshoe, but when you're there, they're actually connected. And they're both owned by Caesars. So the cool part was they have a 24-hour/7 check-in. Any future tournament, you can buy right in any time of night. So I think the first or second night we were there around midnight, and I bought into the tournament. Originally was supposed to be in the same spot where the World Series of Poker, the main event, was happening. When I got there, the main event let out. I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe it's done for the night, and then this series is going to start up. So it was really cool. First of all, it was crazy to see the main event in progress, and it was only day 2 of the second wave. So it was the day before. It was wave 1. Those guys were off. Wave 2 came in, and it filled up a giant ballroom. It was amazing to see like how many players were there playing for the $10,000. I'm curious to see where that bio ends up this year. But so originally I found my table, and then I came back 10 minutes before the start, and nope, they said you're moving upstairs above the Horseshoe.
Oh, so you had to cross
the poker room at the Horseshoe. So I had to skedaddle back across the casino to the other side. And upstairs there was a couple, still some big convention room size rooms, but they had a couple rooms open for our event, which was event 82. It started at 7:00, and it was interesting that you didn't get your chips until you gave them your receipt and your license. So you could have walked in at any time, and they wouldn't have taken away from your chips if you showed up late.
Oh, really?
So you were actually able to sign into this to 12:15.
And it started at 7?
It started at 7.
Wow.
And it was constant all night, people signing up, because whoever got knocked out in the main event would come register in this event.
Okay.
Because there's just a lot of professional poker players there that fly in from all over. And if they're knocked out in the main event, they're just jumping on the next one.
That makes sense.
Because that's what they're there to do. And it was so cool when you sat down, you got your World Series of Poker chips and all that stuff. But I'll tell you, like I coming into it, we had a great day ahead of time. Like I had no idea. I sat down. They said this thing's going to go until you're in the money, and they projected a 5:00 a.m. end.
Vegas time, obviously.
Vegas time.
And
so
you had started at 7:00.
We started at 7.
Vegas time.
I would have totally, we woke up early that day and, walked around the strip all day, had a nice dinner, a couple drinks. I'm thinking we're going to play to like 1, 2 in the morning tops, and then it's going to pick up at 9 a.m. But I think the schedule changed at some point, and they basically ended up with 1,215 participants in my event. When I sat down, there were 700. So 500 people came in after the start.
Wow.
And
I looked at the structure for that one. I think it was 7 p.m. That wasn't a 2 or 3 p.m. the following day if you were still in.
If you're still in, you were basically in. You came back in the money, and the minimum prize was $2,000 something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you doubled up right away. But you got
it was $1,000.
I think the way they do it, from what I can tell, is the top 10% are in the money.
Okay.
So that's their number they get to. So I think it got down to 215. That's when they do the bubble burst. Bubble Bean's last person out doesn't get any money, but then everybody's in the money. Event ends. So they projected 5 a.m. I looked the next day. It ran to 4:15.
No kidding.
So
You'd have been falling asleep.
I don't know if I could have made it. I mean, I would have done it just because obviously I think adrenaline would have got me through it. But I got to about 10:30. It was a couple minutes before the last break. I could have very easily coasted into it with maybe 7. You start with 20,000 chips. At that time, I think my high probably was around 25, 26. Couple tough losses, like, when you got like maybe the high card's a king, I have a jack, and someone has a queen. Those type of losses happen. So knocked me down to $2,000. I won a couple all-ins, and I got back to 7. And then right before the break, a guy from Woodhaven next to me, actually, we were talking a little bit, and I knew he had me beat on the flop. I had a jack, and he had a queen matched up, but I also had a straight draw out there with an ace, and he happened to have queen ace. I had jack ace. So basically it came down to me needing a jack, or any type of straight would have, an ace or a 10 would have beat him. So, I mean, I had a lot of outs, and I figured it was a good chance to get back in the game, maybe up to 14 in chips and have a chance after the break. But it didn't flop. But I'll tell you what, I honestly don't know if I was super disappointed. It was already 10:45, and I was tired, and I had a great time. I think I definitely want to do it, every year, some event, maybe not that event again, but some event in the poker. But obviously, I think you got to do a little bit of homework ahead of time and just know what you're getting into, because, I mean, that would have ruined. I'd be a wreck right now going to 4 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been so tough. It was a great story and all that stuff, but I would have done my day different. I would have maybe done a dinner beforehand, but I definitely would have spent the day out in the heat.
No, yeah, you would have slept in a little bit. Sure.
It was.
So how does that work as far as, okay, so you spend $1,000, you get 20,000 in chips.
Everybody starts at 20 in chips.
And then when you cash in, do you get that same ratio back out of the buy-in, or I don't understand how that works?
No, so only the top 10% finish in the money. So once you're out, you're eliminated.
And you lost your 1,000 then?
You lost your 1,000.
Okay.
So if you make the top, like 215th got 2,000 back. And then from up, I think first place won 190,000 or something like that.
Okay.
So it's all about placing. So once you're in the money, you're in the money. But if you don't finish that top 10%, 90% of the participants don't get their money back.
I got you.
So.
Okay.
100% of the time.
90%, 100%. Yeah. You got any questions? Because we haven't spoken since you got back. Yeah, Daryl, you talked
What
about...
was his old lady doing while he was in the
That's what I'd like to know.
poker hall?
She came in. It was cool.
Well, Casey asked, by the way. She asked that. Yeah.
So you can come in and watch if you want. She did. I mean, she was like.
She won the ladies' event. She's got a bracelet.
She walked me in there and gave me a kiss, and then wished me luck. And a lot of other participants, girlfriends and wives, were doing the same thing. And then in our case, she was having some luck at the slots at the time, so she went out and played slots because it is at a casino. So she did that for a while. There was a shuttle going back and forth to the place we were staying at 9:30, so she stayed up to 9:30. And then, during the break, she was nice enough to give me a coffee. And so we talked a little bit. The first break was 8:30, 8:45. And I said, hey, if you can make that last shuttle, just do it. Because at that time, I was like at 16,000 or something. I'm like, I don't know. This could go all night, or it could be done in 20 minutes.
What was the ante at that point?
You know what? They do. That's a great question, because I've never seen this ante, how they do it. And I feel like Daryl might know it better than I do. But so what happens is the first ante is 100. But I was confused because if you're the main blind, you also put 100 into the pot. So not only do you put your 100 in, you put 100 into the pot.
Okay.
So I'm 100, and then the small blind was 100. So that's how it started. It was weird because it was 100, but then it went to 200, 100. So then you're putting 200 into the pot. Then you're putting 200 as your main blind, and then the small blind's 100.
Okay.
And then it goes around the table, and then I think the next was like, 300. It wasn't moving fast, but
it increases the further you go.
every half an hour, I think, it increased. So it was up to maybe 400, 200 when I left or something like that. So, you know, at the time I left, it gets up there in a hurry, and that's how they obviously knock people out, because
Right.
800 chips to me at 7,000 was a lot. Mm-hmm. But if you're up like 40, if you're up to 40,000, that's not a big deal. But I don't know. That's kind of a way I gauge myself too. Is like how many more antes do I have left? If you're down below 5, you're probably, you better play some good cards and hope you get some luck at that point.
Yeah. Interesting. Did you go to Herbs and Rye? Daryl wants to know.
Yeah, no, I tried to make it. I was looking to make dinner plans Sunday night, but they were closed on Sunday. We found an awesome Italian place though, off the strip, Casa di Amore or something like that. It was really good.
My mama's house, I think.
Casa di Amore?
Oh, that's
Really,
wrong. That's wrong.
That's wrong. That's not right.
Pretty
Cool
house.
vibe though. Like two
Buca di
guys
Beppo?
were, like old school Vegas, playing the piano, singing like classic songs, and they had all these pictures around us of like Vegas from 1950s through the the 90s or whatever. And
Yeah.
they'd keep flipping, and just a really cool Italian like place. Food was phenomenal. Probably the best food I've had. We had there. I did want to make Herbs and Rye, but hey, that's a reason to come back next time.
Yeah, it's Jimmy. I don't think you really cared for it that much, did you?
Me and the missus, we gave it a 3.5, I think it was.
Out of 4?
No, 5. 3.5 out of 5. You know what? We went and just our steak was chewy.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
It's a $60 steak, but you probably got it for $30.
See, Mrs. Midwest says it was like a, what'd she say? If you're watching, they chime in. She said it was like a Walmart steak in a something. I can't remember what she said about it. But
I don't know, man. It was every bit as good as a Texas Roadhouse steak, which is the cheapest steak you're going to get, but it's still a delicious steak.
the atmosphere was good. And I had shrimp. I had shrimp cocktail there that was pretty good.
You had the cacio de pepe.
I had the cacio de pepe, and I had the cocktails were fantastic there. I'll give
Cacio
them
de
that.
pepe was one of the best cacio de pepes I ever had.
It was the only cacio de pepe I've ever had, actually.
Delicious.
Yeah, it was good. That was good.
I think that's the fun part. Is I think you gotta find those places off the strip everybody likes, because
100%.
talking to the cabbies and stuff, they're like, yeah, I mean, if you want to have an experience on the strip, then definitely do that. You're gonna pay a lot of money. And it's probably gonna be good food, but it's not gonna be like an experience. Like I think Daryl obviously likes Herbs and Rye. This Italian place we went to, I'd recommend to anybody that goes out there. I thought it was phenomenal. Like everything was great, and I think it's more about finding more of those places off the strip for sure.
I agree with him.
Yeah, 100%.
Hear that? I'll tell you the why I like that Herbs and Rye.
Yeah, what's that?
Because you can go to eat at like 2 a.m.
Oh, I like that.
And like when I was
I'm
out
not
there,
knocking the place.
it was
I'm
a
not
year
knocking
and
it.
a half ago. It was after Christmas
Yeah.
22.
Snow was falling.
The snow was falling,
Yeah.
and you couldn't get a real meal after say 10 o'clock.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
In Las Vegas, the city that never sleeps.
My
they
foot.
say. Yeah. Yeah. My.
The food
Foot.
is reasonably priced, and you're right. It's not the $100 steak you're going to get at one of Gordon Ramsay's 8 restaurants.
No, yeah, I get it.
But I mean, it's not priced that way either.
Comparatively, maybe I'll bump it up to a 4.
And
Because
it's
now that you
also-
mention it, I mean, you got what you paid for. You really did, in comparison to spending, $120 for the same steak
Yeah.
elsewhere. I guess. Yeah.
Got a lot of cool cocktails,
The cocktails were great. Yeah, the mixology, as they call it, was
Yeah.
top notch.
And also-
top-notch. Yeah.
and it was sort of like straight out of Swingers, the movie.
Little Mikey alls grows up, man. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I thought when I was there.
Yeah, the Brown Derby or wherever they
Play
were.
HLPA in the background.
Nah, this is when they're at the bar.
It wasn't bad. I don't want to steer anybody away from
I'll
Herbs
go
and
there
Rye off
again.
the strip.
And
but-
also, I want to go to, similar to what Rich is talking about, there's an Italian-American club
yeah, that's
that
Crack likes that place.
The Crack Man was talking about.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's not going to be like the best food you ever had, but it's just a sort of atmosphere kind of a thing.
Yeah, and there's a time. I mean, like when we go to Vegas, we don't really eat on the strip anymore. Well, we used to, but no.
When we do, my wife and I, we would sit at the bar
yeah,
first
sure.
and foremost.
Right, of course.
And then we usually just split a meal.
Yep, yep.
And that would be make things a little more reasonably priced
Sure.
and get to see some nice places. The best I think I went to was on the Strip. It was in Aria. Italian place.
Carbones.
Carbones.
Yeah, Carbones. Actually, I have not been there.
Delicious.
I've heard it's
That
fantastic.
was probably the best Italian I've ever had.
Okay.
Yeah, so with our second spot, we got we listened to one of those deals where they're selling a timeshare, so they gave us a $125 card. So with that, we actually ate at a French spot in Paris. And we used that as, to pay about half the bill. And that place, that place was phenomenal. I mean, I got mussels, and it came in like a black pot this big, just full of mussels, and it was delicious. So, I agree. I think there's some excellent spots on the Strip, but like Daryl's saying,
yeah.
you either split it. We split a lot of meals together. We did that too, or we used like a free prepaid card, just to pay a normal price when you're done with it, basically. But yeah, there are I bet you Carbones. Whatever this place was in
You don't remember
Paris
the name of it, eh?
I could.
Was it,
was
like
a
Paris de...
No, it was like
De Brazil?
I was going to say de Brazil, but that probably wouldn't be French at all.
No, that's Brazilian steakhouse. Is that what that is?
Paris
Yes.
de Brazil.
I don't know.
Sorry.
No, it was like Mona D or something. It was 3 words. It was that's not the name of it, but it's something like that.
I went to the Gordon Ramsay place in Paris and got his world famous steak
Beef
Wel-
Wellington.
Wellington.
Yeah. Damn.
That was good. I sat next to a rodeo clown.
Oh,
I don't
was he
think he
dressed
was-
up as a
He was not dressed up, and I don't think he's a clown anymore.
retired
He's
rodeo
retired.
clown?
Now
RET.
he just drives. I think he just drives for the rodeo. They
Drives the
long
cattle?
haul drivers,
Oh, he's he drives the cows behind him in a semi or
I
something.
guess.
There is not a lack of interesting people in Vegas.
No.
We ran into a Lion season ticket holder in Bellagio.
Oh, that's cool.
He was a tour bus operator, and he has 7 trips planned to come to Detroit to watch the Lions.
You can
How
hook
much
up
does
with
this
him?
guy make?
Yeah, I'll tell you,
Guess you
man.
figure out a way to trade services.
Yeah.
Crazy. I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to 7 Lion games. I guess he's.
I'm going to say you're not.
There you
I'm going
go.
to say you're probably not going to
I know, sure. I'm not.
Mon ami.
Yeah, let me catch up with Realtor Lauren's in the chat here. Shout out Realtor Lauren. Oh, by the way, if you'd like your business featured at the beginning of Libation Exploration, Lauren, this would be a great opportunity for you. We can advertise your real estate services. Not that we don't say that you're a realtor every single show for the last 100 shows that we've done.
Call about pricing.
Yeah, we'll give you a deal. She said that, Rich, did you pick the unicorn beer because of that show?
Oh yeah.
What show?
Partially, yeah. Oh, we went to. So we did 3 shows. The first one was Absinthe.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
Lauren picked all 3 shows and she knocked it out of the park. They were all great in their own way. Absinthe was we couldn't find the damn thing because it's a Caesar show, and oddly enough, it's outside. It's a carnival tent on the outside of the grounds. So we're walking
Was it
around.
hot?
Not in the carnival. They did a good job of keeping it cool. So, but yeah, no, it was. It's kind of raunchy entertainment where it's acrobatics, but then the women and the guys both have the shirts off, and there's also a comedy. A lot of it's. The guy reminded me of the host from
Peter Tomarken. That was the guy from Price is Right.
I swear to
Or not
God,
Price
it
is
was.
Right, no. With the whammies.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, Peter Tomarken.
Greek fella
Yeah.
with the black hair.
Yeah, Peter Tomarken. Bob Barker, Rich? Who are you thinking of?
Ted Lasso. What's his Jason Sudeikis?
Oh, I'm way off.
Because he's Greek too.
Also
But
Greek. Maybe I wasn't that far off.
He's got really greasy hair with a mustache, but I swear to God, if he took it off of him and looked just like Sudeikis, he was just he was like the owner of the circus, and he was just he'd be making fun of people in the crowd and calling out people sitting by themselves and shit. It was funny, man. It was so it was interactive a little bit, and then there's a comedy portion where this chick just goes off in all different directions. She sounds like ditzy, but then she started talking about like unicorn cum, which is what Lauren's referring to.
Oh, okay. You ever try that, Lauren? That's a weird thing to ask.
Who doesn't? It's got glitter in it.
Is it glittery? She also asks, what great French food. It was so good. And then she said, Rich, it was, mon ami Gabi.
That's the name of it.
Why have I heard of that
Gabagool.
before? Gabagool.
Does
That's where you
anybody
get your
understand
gabagool.
what that means in French?
I don't know what it means.
Me neither. But it was good. I recommend it.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm very happy you guys had a good time. You hadn't been there in a while. When was the last time you were there?
Probably 03.
Oh, shit. It changed a little bit since you
Changed a lot.
was
Lots
hotter.
Huh?
Hotter.
It was hotter.
Hotter,
this time.
yeah. It's because of global warming.
I think 108 was the temp when I was out there last time. So
It's up almost 10%.
Couldn't be any hotter. Sorry. That was Clark W.
I
Griswold.
feel like they cleaned it up a little bit though, because I feel like when I was out there last time, there was just like a lot of guys handing you like cards to shows and shit like that.
But they didn't get rid of those guys, did
I
they?
didn't see any of those guys. Maybe it was too hot for them.
Maybe.
Could be. Oh, Rosa Lauren says it means great food. That makes sense. And then she said she just made that shit up. Thanks, Lauren. Make us look like a bunch of idiots up here.
Well, it's should be on the show and cracking those jokes.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for her to correct Rich here on something. Anything.
Shouldn't be long. Rich, tell us more. Tell us more about your time out there. Anything else you want to add?
Found Blue.
That maybe would conflict with Lauren's memory of the recollection of the same event?
Found Blue has a pair of Lauren's AirPods somewhere.
Oh, no.
Someone goes out there, make sure you look for those for her.
I'll be out there in a little bit. How was Fountain Blue?
Nicest place I've ever stayed in. Hands
Really?
down. But I can't even. I've never stayed in any place that nice. It's bigger than any hotel room. Hell, the bathroom was probably bigger than half the hotel rooms I have. It was just amazing. It was. I know it's brand new, but like a lot of things are just like touch, like the curtains touch. The shades touch. All the lighting. You want that light? Just touch a button. No flicking switches. Bed was super comfortable. Bathroom was like insane. Like the water pressure, like you could be done in the shower in like 5 seconds. It was like crazy. It's nothing like I ever experienced. And then a bathtub big enough for me.
A bathtub bigger than you.
Big enough for me.
Or big enough for you.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's all. I mean, just everything they did in there was top notch. And like I was talking to Daryl a little bit, it's like what I don't remember is like how every place is like its own city. Like Fountain Blue, you could spend 2 days in there and you wouldn't even have to go anywhere. You got the pool. The drinks are phenomenal. Obviously, when you're outside and it's hot, they're extra good. But there's 30 restaurants in the place. There's like a mall in the place. There's a fitness room in the place. There's obviously gambling there.
Did you gamble there?
I did.
How was you didn't look at the blackjack, did you? By chance?
I played blackjack there.
How was it?
It was good. It was 15.
15 minimum?
Yeah.
And was it 3-2 or was it 6-5?
Good question. I think it was 3-2 there, but most places I went to was 6-5.
Yeah. Well, 3-2, that's at a place like that with a $15 minimum.
That sounds-
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it might have been 6-5 there, but
It's almost hard to believe that because every time I've been to Vegas, even like the cheapest places are $15.
Yeah, I'm a little but Virgin is 15, I think.
I
also
actually played at
heard-
Bellagio on the weekend, and it was 15 on Sunday, anyways. It was
Really?
15. Yeah.
I've also heard on VSiN that
The Sports Betting Network.
they're dead. Right, 4th of July is a dead downtime of Vegas.
Did you hear? I watched that episode. In fact, we're going to talk about this in a little bit, guys. Who was it? Kelly Bidlin and Gil Alexander from a numbers game on VSiN talking about how empty that casino was.
Yeah,
That he said it was like COVID driving there because of the heat, really. And that was right after you would have came back, I think. But he said the place was like
while
a
he was
ghost
there.
town.
It
Talking
was
about
while he was
Circa?
there.
Well, that whole area, like all of Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, is what he was saying.
There's a lot of people walking around the strip. I mean, at night, it was crazy.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
at night.
It was, maybe during the day, it was a little less. July 4th was, we were on Fremont. It was busy that day. I mean, I think July 4th had something to do with it. Fireworks were
Oh,
coming
yeah,
out.
sure. What'd you think? Was that your first time to Fremont?
Yes.
What'd you think of the Fremont Street experience?
Yeah. The experience, honestly, I was looking. We came back a second time because I heard the neon sign museum, like where they have like retired lights and famous
Yeah,
signs.
sure.
We're close to there, but That was a mile away, so we didn't make it down there. But I thought Circa was phenomenal. I thought that to me that's a place that really belongs on the Strip. It's just so nice and clean, and the sports book there was crazy. It was just it blew everything else out of the water that I saw personally. There might be some comparable, but I didn't see one. And that compared to the D, it's just like I don't know. The D was a little, most of the Fremont spots are older, so just like a little more grungier.
Yeah, of course.
They got weird odds on their blackjack. It's just like weird games you play and stuff. So
yeah, pick a number. They had that casino war. Yeah,
seen that, but yeah, the blackjack I was playing, they made you play $2 on the bonus at Golden Nugget, and then if you hit blackjack, it'd spin a bonus for you. And you could win 20, 50, 70, $100. It was weird.
What was the minimum at Nug?
$5.
So $5, but you had to put $2.
So it's $7.
Okay,
with the
$7.
bonus, which wasn't bad. I think the D was 10 on July 4th.
Okay.
Circle was probably 10 if I remember on July 4th.
Yeah.
So by comparison, when I was out there last, it was right after Christmas, which is sort of a downtime. But, but I don't think it's anywhere comparable to 4th of July.
Right.
But minimum Bellagio, $100.
Wow.
Ooh.
You couldn't find anything less than $100.
Really?
I would say
Not for
most
blackjack.
tables
Was that
there
on a
were
weekend?
25, but
No, I was not there on the weekend. What kind of a celebrity do you think I am?
Damn, man.
I think I was there Sunday night, about like Monday morning, and then came back Thursday morning or Wednesday night, whatever that would be.
so you played like a half an hour compared to a couple hours like you usually
That's crazy. And even like 20 years ago, I don't think it was less than 25 at Bellagio.
Yeah. I mean, Bellagio, you'd expect that.
Yes.
I would think.
How about
anyway.
at Fountain Blue? I mean, I would expect the same sort of treatment.
Yeah, I might put Fountain Blue with Resorts World. Well, they're kind of pretty close to each other
Kitty
too.
corner.
I think
Yeah,
they
right.
think they want to be like a Bellagio type of place, but they got such negative reviews. The opening.
I don't think you can be a Bellagio type of place and not be on the Strip.
I'm not.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Isn't Fountain Blue on the Strip?
It's on the Strip.
No, it's
Yeah,
down.
It's on the
It's on the very end of the Strip,
end, but
right before
Yeah,
Stratosphere.
but you have to go.
No, it's on the
Is
on
it
the
technically
boulevard.
on the boulevard?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought
It's
it was
fucking-
when they were
it's
building
so
it. It looked like it
big.
was back.
It's so big, it actually comes all the way to the next block.
Oh,
down
okay.
there.
See, I didn't know that.
But what is that behind there? It's not Herm. It's
Rio.
Sahara maybe Drive or something.
Yeah, that would
Dean
make
Martin?
sense. That's that way. That's the north side.
That's how big that's what I'm saying. It's like its own city. It's like it goes all the way to the next.
God damn, because we were out there, was it not quite a year ago? Maybe it was a year ago. And we were at Resorts World, and we could see where they were building it. It looked like it was, like the tower was maybe like a block or two, which would be west of the Strip.
No, when you
That's
walk
kinda
out
what I
the
thought.
front, you're on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
But there's multiple places to get in there. Obviously, it's so big, and then from the pool, you see the Conrad and Resort World and all
Sure.
that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's to me like the Stratosphere kind of ends the Strip because
Yeah, you don't want to go even past Sahara is not a good idea.
right. Well, the Stratosphere, I heard the guy said they redid it and it was supposed to be nice and all that stuff. But that's where the actual city of Las Vegas starts, is
Right.
right after the Stratosphere.
Yes. Right. That's
And then because technically the rest of the city's in Paradise, I think is the name of the city.
That's 100%. But there's
And
that
it starts
area.
basically at Mandalay Bay, right?
The Strip you're talking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mandalay Bay up to, well, see,
I would
really,
say-
it's up to Wynn or up to, you don't want to go past that. Although now with the
Resort World.
well, Resorts World and Fountain Blue there, you can keep going north. But anything north of that,
Originally, I would say
That's where you don't wanna
probably
go.
a couple years ago you wouldn't go because there was what Circus.
right? Yeah, I mean,
That place
unless
is
you
a
want to go, maybe you do want to go there. I don't know, but there's that area. What is that? Charleston. As you go further north, that it's right by. How about this? The area that Strat's in, like the immediate vicinity, you don't want to walk around there. You know what I'm saying? Because Strat had to be at least quite a bit north of you guys.
It was a 10-minute walk.
Yeah, 10-minute walk. Did you walk up there?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, no, you made it back. Yeah, I don't think you want to go north. You definitely, from where you guys were at, you want to keep going
Yeah,
south.
it's a little dicey. Is that what it is north of
Yeah,
Stratosphere?
right.
Because you're like that's the beginning of the downtown, and then it's a little. I mean, it kind of gets there's pockets of nice areas, and then you get down to Fremont.
Right.
Because there is some shop. I mean, there are some nice little like local shops. I would consider. I mean, you could go and walk around. I mean, it didn't seem bad. But you're right. There's that little intermediate pocket. There's a shit ton of chapels right there.
Yes, the chapels are
Like
there.
all the chapels line up down there and stuff like that. Yeah.
But if you go north of between Strat and downtown, you got the Arts District, which is pretty fucking cool. That's a cool place to go. In fact,
Right.
that's
what
I'm
I'm
looking
saying. There
forward
was
to
some cool parts. Like,
Yeah, sure.
Between there.
But I think where you stayed between that and the Strat is where you don't want to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the
So
Sahara's
Lady Bob
the
Blue's
end of it, right?
She was like, to get on the tram, you got to go to the Strat. Because the tram runs all the way to the Strat.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, how far is it? She's like 10 minutes. I'm like, well, I'm not walking that in this shit.
Yeah, not in that shit. Yeah, I don't know. That's just what I've heard. And I've never actually done that. I've never been down there, but I've always heard, pretty much when, this was back in the day, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, when is the line of
Right.
demarcation? You don't keep going north.
So when
By
though,
foot.
that's right next to Resort World, though, right? If you're facing it, it's to the left of it, basically.
If you're looking south, it would be to the left.
South, yeah,
Yeah.
When is south of Resorts World?
Yes.
right.
Yep. Win Encore would be
But
south.
are they
I
close
walked-
to each other?
What's that?
Are they
I
like,
walked it from Resorts World back to Win and
Okay.
Encore and all
Okay.
that.
I've done that. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, so I think now I think you can basically. I walked.
Or Fountain Blue.
I walked
Same
from
difference.
Fountain Blue for the fireworks. We walked towards the Win. We were close to the
Yeah,
Win.
going
and we
that way is
stopped.
supposed to be good. But if you
Right.
go the other way, I think is where you're running some issues between that and
Sure.
then.
I'm saying now you're good up to Fountain Blue now. So I
Oh,
would,
yeah.
I would certainly consider that this trip. It was
Sure.
Circus Series.
Would you go in there? It's lots of fun's right there, too.
Lots
isn't
of
it?
fun.
Yeah.
No, we didn't make it in.
Lots of fun is still
Lauren
around?
said something
Yeah.
about going into it. I'm like, I have no. If we had kids with us, I might bring them in there, but I don't know. I didn't want to go in
You
there.
can still get a $2 hot dog there. Ask Uncle Vinny about that. They get $2 hot dogs, $2 shrimp cocktails,
Circus?
$2 Heinies. I think
There you
no,
go.
it's lots of fun, but I think it's one and the same nowadays. It's lots of fun in Circus.
I miss the old days of Vegas. No, I'm not talking about the.
It's Dean Martin.
No,
The Rat Pack days.
I'm talking about when there was a Barbary Coast and Imperial Palace.
God, I remember Imperial Palace.
O'Shea's.
That place was a dump.
Yes.
O'Shea's is still there, kind of there.
So to speak.
Yeah, it's there, so to speak. Did you check out the Link Promenade where O'Shea's is? And
No.
no, okay.
I'll tell you what, we had 5 days there, and that was enough, but I'm ready for another 5 days.
Oh, I know, man. I love it there. I love
It's so
it there.
fun.
You don't have to do it all in one trip. Give yourself
No.
something to come back for.
And what's great, especially if you hadn't been there in a while. I mean, I always I was telling you when you hadn't been there in a while and you just went.
No.
Right? I said spend some time on the Strip because that's what you got to do.
Strip.
But after that one time, then there's so many other
I
things
don't
that you
know
would
that
want
I'll
to do
even.
there.
I might even skip the strip altogether.
Oh
next
yeah,
time.
we don't have any. I mean, maybe we'll go for a half a day and dick around there for a half a day. But beyond, it gets.
If you didn't experience it, Rich, on the strip, like where it's like nuts to butts, butts to nuts,
No.
you're not. It's almost like claustrophobic.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like coming out of the Bellagio.
Yep.
Oh my God! It was like. So that was a couple days before New Year's Eve.
I think Daryl, I got a little lucky on the heat. Kind of eliminated that.
I bet.
I could see south of the Bellagio, by MGM. There's all kinds of shit there. I didn't even explore that. I didn't get to that. I mean, we did the fountain, and we inside Bellagio. I don't know if you've ever seen that like garden thing. they got in there.
Oh yeah,
That was awesome. But I mean,
that is cool. Free of charge too, no cost to go to
cost.
the conservatory.
The cost is that it was so jam
Well,
packed.
you might have got COVID, but beyond that, the cost was minimal.
yeah. But I'm looking forward to the next trip already. It's good times. Like you guys talking to you guys and hearing about places off the strip sound like that's half the adventure is finding those places.
Well, I'm about to go to Nashville, Rich, leaving on Monday or Tuesday next week. So you won't see me here next week, fellas. Everybody out there at home.
Oh, cool.
I'm off next week too.
What?
No, nothing. No,
So,
you want some Nashville advice? That's another place I've been to way too many times.
Well, that was what I was going to say. I have a feeling it's the same thing. Like, I'm trying to find things that are a little bit under the radar. I don't need to go see Kid Rock's
That's a
big
cool place.
arse bar.
It's a cool place.
Yeah, I bet it's cool.
For people like me, you wouldn't fit in there.
No.
Yeah,
With your
Nashville, though, I hear,
Adidas
though,
shirt.
that's the whole allure is the downtown.
I don't want that. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to feel
Go to
like somebody else's sweat is on me, you know? Like, I don't need that.
No. You know what you're going to do while you're there?
What?
Mrs. Midwest, if you're listening, which I don't think you are, but if you were, chime in. You're going to go to the Gulch, which is it's, what would that be? Just east of the city. And you can take a scooter there. And it's
Oh.
it's a bunch of shopping and dining. And it's below, it's like down in the city, but it's a little bit, it's like not underground, but it's lower than the
Off the beaten path a little bit.
yeah, but everybody's there hanging out. There's actually a cool Irish place there for cocktails.
Oh.
I'll give you the name once I look it up because I don't remember what it is. And then you got to go to the Bluebird Cafe.
I'll do that.
You've heard of that, right?
That's over by the Opry?
No, you got to Uber to that one, but it's in the round. It's music in the round. So there'll be a guy playing guitar, and you're around him. The whole crowd is around him, and that is something that's like a Nashville tradition, if you will.
Did you ever go to Stevens Western World?
I've never even heard of that.
That's a bar that's in the downtown area, so I'm not sure if it's just another Kid Rock, Luke Bryan, one of those kind of deals.
Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of downtown.
Yeah.
It's all that.
Yeah.
That's all it is. 3 stories, And you think, because I like beer, right? You think that would be a great place?
That's
I
not
just don't
your
need that many
most
people.
economical way to get beer.
Is that what it is? 3 stories high on all the bars and shit?
A lot of them are 2-3
'Cause
stories.
What
yeah.
I envision is just like everything's like a one-level coffee shop with someone playing in the corner type thing.
No, it's all like
No, what
2
would
or
it be
3
like?
stories that overlook the main drag.
That sounds.
I mean, it's
kinda
cool
humble
for
or-
like once, but
Sure.
beyond that, you don't really want to. I mean, at least I don't want to.
Gotcha.
No.
Yeah, a little too young of a crowd for me. A lot of bachelorette parties, though, I'll tell you that. If you're into that sort of thing.
That's not really my thing either.
You're not going for a bachelorette party? No?
Not since the last time.
It wasn't the first. It won't be the last. All right. Well, Rich, I'm glad you had fun. DW, anything you want to add about Nashville?
Nashville.
Yeah.
I'm looking to hear some of that good old traditional country music.
I don't think there's any of that either.
Hank Williams.
Yeah,
Hank,
there's none of that.
Billy Joe Shaver.
You could probably
Gotta be
find
some
it
of that
if you look for
somewhere.
it.
Somewhere.
There's a Johnny Cash museum.
There is. Double D was there
Oh,
on the time that him and I were down there.
K-Dub, he wants to go see the Johnny Cash museum, so.
I think D-Dubs, I didn't go. He said it was a good time. Yeah. And this has been your Frommer's travel guide for Nashville and the greater Las Vegas area. All right.
Anybody that's out there in Nashville, if they would want to chime in on the chat.
Yeah, I think we have some fans in Nashville.
I think someone's probably at hot Nashville chicken right now. They can...
Nashville chicken, Texas chicken. I'm hearing about all these different regional chickens, and it's like, come on.
Hot Houston
Come on, chicken. Just be yourself.
Is there hot Houston chicken? Is that a thing?
I think so on Hall Road.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I did not know that.
Spicy. Whoa. What's going on, fellas? 4th of July?
Gary?
Gary's here. Gary! We have to check the presidential betting odds.
Oh.
I'm gonna
I gotta say,
lower the
Biden
volume on this a little bit.
Gotta be some pretty high odds right now.
Yeah, but Realtor Lauren, can we talk about Realtor Lauren while the Hail to the Chief is playing? I don't know if that's legal or not. She said she absolutely loved it, and the pool, especially. And from what she remembers, Vegas was super quiet compared to the last time she was there years ago, and Fremont was still gross. That's understandable. Hey, let's take a look at this.
Wow.
Here's your presidential betting odds, courtesy of the numbers guys and out-of-market betting establishments. You got Donald Trump, the clear favorite here. But what's interesting to me, and we'll check up on this every week, Kamala Harris. Kamala? How do you say that?
Kamala.
Kamala. She is actually the front runner out of the Democrats. Kamala Harris, you can get her at plus 350 if you wanted to, against Joe Biden at the same place, plus 800. Plus 800. So that has changed quite a bit. Well, if you want to place a bet on the presidential
I mean, this is kind
were
of
you gonna do
interesting.
that?
It just kind of follows the trending news. It seems like he's all but done with the Democrats. It's kind of nothing's ever happened like this before. I don't know what the people are going to think about that. No one voted for whoever they put on the fucking ticket.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, right? Like the delegates are.
I mean, this is like something different, right? I mean, I'm with Daryl. I can care less about politics, but I like kind of historical things. I don't know. I don't know how people are going to react to that. I think everybody wants something different, but then no one voted for if they just shove him aside and put Kamala up there with whoever she's running with.
Yeah,
If that's what happens.
No, I agree. But I do think it's interesting that that she is, according to the betting odds,
I
presidential
would actually
frontrunner.
take her on that bet right now. I think everything I'm seeing now, I saw some negative news on the way out of my office on CNN about Biden. So seems like there's a lot of pressure. And, if George Clooney's against you, you're done. So
You never fuck with George Clooney.
you don't.
Never
Fucking
fuck with George
Batman
Clooney.
in multiple
Yeah.
multiverses, too. So.
Yeah, for sure. Last time we were here was before the debate, and the odds were pretty different, I think. And then here is the winning party. This is from BetMGM Ontario. They have the Democrats just in general. So this would include Kamala, Joe, Hillary. Who else was on that
Gretchen.
list? Gretchen, Newsom, all of them. Plus 165, so a 37.74% chance. The Republican Party, minus 200, a 66.67% chance. And the independents, that's really only one, RFKJ, as I think they call them.
Blown away.
Yeah, plus
What else do I have to say?
300. So we'll keep you guys informed on that. That is the extent of our political coverage.
That's too much.
That was too much right there.
We don't have tones on correspondent out there?
No, we don't have to. He would chime in and
Live from Clown Township.
yeah, home of the
I
flooding.
have a feeling Tones is up to his pits and flood rain water.
Yeah, a lot of rain in this part of the country. A lot of
Well,
rain.
maybe we'll get an extension next year.
That would be
Yeah, that'd be cool.
ideal.
I've been praying for storms every year now. Just hoping. Keep it coming. How about some trivia, guys? I got trivia. You guys have the link. You remember the link? Want me to send you? I'll send you the link again. All right, I'm gonna send you the link. All right.
I think it's just numbers, guys. Well, let's not say it on the air. We don't
Yeah,
want anybody else chiming in here,
Yeah, putting their trivia answers
pretending
in.
to be Tones.
Right. I'll give it to everybody. So here is the trivia question. It is which NFL coach has won the most AP Coach of the Year awards with a total of 4 honors? Which NFL coach? I'm trying to type and read at the same time. Which NFL coach has won the most AP Coach of the Year awards with a total of 4 honors? And these guys are going to go ahead and put this in over here.
I didn't get the link yet.
I didn't. I'm working on it here.
Oh, okay.
It's numbers, guys. Dot live
Colon,
/ trivia.
yeah, colon
.net.
/ www.
Dot
There's only a few
live.
people that are going to see this. Numbers.
I think I have a quick answer to this one for once.
Live. Sorry, folks at home. I should have done this earlier. / Oop. I can't even. TRIV. Painful to watch. Okay. So the winner of this, of course, is immune from buying the beer. The loser, and I think we're actually going to have a defined winner or loser tonight because there's only 2 of us. Right? Does that make sense? Winner does not buy beer. Loser buys a beer. Unless both these guys get it right, in which case I'm effed. I'm buying the beer. Let's get ready to
I
rumble.
think Daryl's got this one too.
Huh? Shaking his head.
And
Rich, did you get that link?
I found the old one.
Okay. All right. Type it in their answers right now. Folks at home, you're welcome to chime in here in a few minutes while after these guys submit their answer. Again, the question, what NFL coach has won the most Associated Press Coach of the Year awards with 4 total honors? Oof. I'm really thinking about this. Making sounds. He's thinking so hard. You okay?
Oh,
You
sorry.
having a heart attack?
Sorry about that.
All right. I think Rich already submitted his. Going to finish off the unicorn tears. Or unicorn, what's it called? Unicorn
Farts.
farts? D-Dub. It's either a really
One
long
second.
answer.
1 second.
Are you figuring out how to spell it?
I'm trying.
Okay. Not easily spelled.
Ooh. Well, maybe I had it wrong.
Damn it.
I put a C in there originally. There's no C in it. Well, we're in no rush here. I'm going to keep moving on with the show. Waiting for
All right.
D-Dub. You got it?
Good.
All right, so this actually leads us in. What a segue. That was planned, by the way, for a better betting tip. If I can find the button.
This is a better betting
We got a
tip.
better betting tip, D-Dub. This is, you were the impetus for this particular
you.
better betting tip. Let's talk
I
about
think.
NFL Coach of the Year. NFL Coach of the Year. And this is courtesy of Cleve TA. You can find him on X or Twitter at Cleve TA. And we happen to both see this on VSiN's A Numbers Game, hosted by Gil Alexander. Here are some trends. Here's a formula. You know, we do the for NCAA basketball for the March Madness. Gil has a formula for that, right? Mm-hmm. And this is a similar type of thing, maybe a little less ironclad.
It
if
kind
you
of dumbs
will.
it down.
It does dumb it down. Okay, so here we go. The last 15 winners. 15. So that's since 2009. Right? No, that's not right. Hashtag math. Daryl, what is it?
That's about right.
It's about right. Okay, 2009.
Give or take a year.
Last 15 winners have had an average preseason win total of 7.5 wins. All right, so if you look at the betting odds right now, their average preseason win total of the last 15 winners was 7.5 wins. But, and this is the important but, none were greater than 9.5 wins.
What?
So that just means that there's room for them to grow, Rich. They're not starting out as a 12-win expected team, right? So that coach is doing something to add value to his squad.
Right, which is why Dan Campbell not winning it.
He's got no chance this year.
Yeah, he is, per the formula, he would be out. He would be out.
I don't care. If anybody brings the Super Bowl to Detroit, that guy is coach of the year.
He should be coach of the year. But I'll tell you, in the last 15, none had a preseason expected win total of greater than 9.5. All right. So all of the last 15, 100%, have been on a team with at least 9 wins. So at least 500. The team's got to be at least 500 next year. We're talking on this. Next year. The number of wins
Are
for
they
the
moving to 18 next year?
No, all he's saying is that you gotta have
winning record.
a winning record
in
the current year. Which I mean,
He's
I
right.
can't
This year,
imagine.
in 17 games. You gotta have 9 wins.
Now, if there was a team, I don't know if there's any teams in NFL history that have ever gone winless.
Sure. Been,
What was that?
been 2, 3.
If there's a team that's winless, if that coach was to win 7 or 8 games, I might say that he's got a chance. But anyways, proceed.
That kind of aligns with the next one. The number of wins for the team that he coached has increased by an average of 5.5 from the prior year. So there's got to be an increase in
Now,
wins.
Rich wants to know, how do they get a half of a win?
That's an average, Daryl. It's an average.
I'm asking for Rich.
Asking for a friend. Rich, you understand that?
No.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. And here's the other kicker. Nearly 1/2 of these coaches that became coaches of the year over the last 15 years, 1/2 of them were first-year head coaches for their team.
This makes me more mad he didn't win it last year. Like 3 to what? Where'd they go last year? 11-5, 11-6?
Yeah, it
Eight
should have been a
wins.
year for him. Should have been. But it's not going to be this
Trade
year,
biased.
according to the formula. But you know what? This eliminates at least 3/4 of the NFL.
Well, it explains. I threw $5 on him when he was like the 17th rated coach to win Coach of the Year. I mean, I didn't understand why, but thanks to this lovely stat you put together, I understand now.
And we're going to go through, of course, and tell the folks at home who are the remaining coaches that would fit into the program here.
You were just going to leave that
No,
up to
I'm not
the
going to leave it up to
crowd.
him. No,
You're gonna pull
fuck
that
no.
curtain on us?
I'm going to pull the curtain like the wizard. And you had said, who's the guy from Philly? Guy with the visor.
Sirianni?
Yeah, Nick Sirianni. No, you said Nick
40 to
Sirianni.
1.
Doesn't fit. Doesn't fit the mold.
How many wins did the Eagles have last year?
I don't know.
10 or 9.
I thought that they ended
They
up
made the playoffs.
They did?
Yeah, they lost to Tampa. That's why we played Tampa.
Gosh.
I have a feeling that maybe they're
Do we get to guess some coaches here?
Yeah, if you want. I don't care. I have a feeling that maybe their preseason win total is greater than 9.5. Is why I'm thinking he doesn't meet the criteria. Yeah, Richard, if you want to guess some, go for it.
Well, hold on. That stat was what their preseason total is below 9.5. The projected.
That's correct. Yep, projected win total is
All right, so we
under
probably got the
9.5.
fella. I don't know the name of the guy from Tennessee, but he's got to fit the bill.
That's one of them.
Okay. Do you really want to take a shot?
I've already kind of heard this, so
Oh,
it's gonna be.
how about the guy? Was it Eberflus from Chicago?
No. Either the win total's too low.
I kind of like that guy actually to win though.
Yeah,
Oh, it's because it's lower than 7.5.
it's got to be less than 9.5.
How about the guy from Sala?
No. Negative.
Wow.
Yeah, because they're expected to be pretty good.
Are they?
Yeah. Yeah, they got to be at least. Was it 8.5 or 9.5?
All right. So most of them are first year coaches. Who else is out there?
Yeah, I think probably 75% of what I have. There's 8 of them that fits the bill, and about 75% of them are first year coaches.
Here's an honest question: how many wins did Seattle have last year?
That's coming up. I can tell you. It is
The guy from New England's on there.
Seattle had 9 wins.
So they
9
don't
wins.
fit.
They don't fit, but they're on here. I mean, it has to be a hell of an increase to go from 9 to 14.5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Who is the new coach in Seattle? What's that guy's name?
Mike.
yeah, Mike McDonald. Michael McDonald was, you don't know
Mike
me, but
McDonald's
I'm your
isn't
brother.
that the guy coach for the Dolphins?
That's Mike McDaniel.
Yeah. Mike McDonald fronted the.
He was from UM or something.
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
He fronted the Doobie Brothers and also sang in Steely Dan songs quite often.
And he wrote that song with the guy from Flashdance.
Kenny Loggins.
Yes.
Yeah. Was that Loggins and Messina at that point? Where
Yes.
Yeah, Michael McDonald.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, coach of the Redskins.
Coach of the Redskins, that is one, yes, sir. That is what's his name? Coach of the Redskins is Dan Quinn, medicine woman.
Medicine man.
Medicine man. All right. You want to keep
All
guessing?
right,
Or you want me to put them up
go
here?
ahead. Let's go.
You're missing one obvious one, probably, right?
Give it to me, baby.
Harbaugh? Not John?
There you
Not
go.
John?
The other Harbaugh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that Tones isn't here for this, but I would say probably the most likely candidate here is one Jim Harbaugh for the Chargers. He's 10-1 right
Tones
now.
loves
at
that
DK.
Jim Harbaugh
He does. He wears khakis, pleated khakis sometimes.
with the milk mustache.
Right. His season win total is at 8.5, so it fits that. They only had 5 wins that last year.
He calls it milk.
Milk?
Yeah.
That's not right.
There's no doubt that I think
That's
the Chargers
gross.
are going to make the playoffs this year. And I hate to say it because the guy's just such an odd duck. But
Well, and he's a first-year coach, Rich. He's a
you're right.
first-year-
I like this. Throw
Is
100
that a
on
first
this.
year coach?
That's 10-1. Harbaugh,
10-1.
first-year
Yeah.
head coach of the Chargers, sure.
Yeah, but he's not a first year coach.
It should be. It's first-year coach of that team.
Okay. Are we sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure. I double-checked it. I had to look all these up. Okay, we got Mike McDonald. You don't know me,
I think that's McDonald.
but I'm your brother. Give me another. Give me another song on Mike McDonald.
Man
Oh, I like that one. That's a good one. Okay, he had season win total. Nobody's watching. Season win total of 7.5 is where they're at right now in the great city of Seattle, home of Chaz. They had 9 wins. So this is where the stumbling block might be. Is only 9. They had 9 wins last year, so they need to improve upon that pretty greatly. Now, granted, it was an average of 5.5 wins, so it doesn't have to be 5.5. But they need to have a pretty good year. He is also a first-year coach.
I'm
Mike
not taking
McDonald.
that. I see Seattle taking a step back this year.
I would think so. I think you're probably right. And look at this. If you believe the betting markets, they had 9 wins last year. 7.5 is the. So this would probably not be the one you'd pick, although
I
it
think
meets
OP
the criteria.
was a better coach than a lot of people give him credit for. That guy was a
Oh yeah,
Great
No,
NFL
Pete Carroll
coach.
was a great coach, and that's 22-1. 22-1. You got Dave
No chance.
Canales.
Holy canales.
This guy has got his work cut out for him. Wait,
Especially
does
with
that mean
Jim's
it's hard?
favorite quarterback down
Oh,
there.
fuck, this team sucks. But it is 20-1. Best prices at Fanatics. I did shop it for everybody here in the great state of Michigan. Now, here's their deal. They're only expected to get 5.5 wins. That's the over-under there.
I think this could be the obvious
I
pick.
think it kind of is. And with
No
2
chance.
wins is all they had last year, so there doesn't need much of an improvement to become coach of the
We
year.
do play in a shitty division.
Also, first-year coach. That's Dave Canales.
Holy canales.
You got John Gannon. Now, he is not a first-year coach.
Is this the old quarterback?
Rich
Oh,
Gannon.
that's right.
Yeah, Rich Gannon. Season win total for them, for the Cards, 7.5. They only had 4 wins last year, so it would be an improvement.
Who's the quarterback of Arizona?
Who is the quarterback? For
Kyler
Arizona?
Murray,
Is it-
thumbs
is it
down.
Kyler Murray's? Is
Kyler
it?
Murray.
I think so.
Yeah.
Calamari. Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. Okay.
You don't like Kyler Murray?
We got Shane
Not
Steichen.
NFL.
Shane
This is
Steichen.
another-
He's 16-1, second-year coach.
Sounds like he's German if I've ever heard one.
Shane
They
Steichen.
had 9 wins? Wow.
Yeah, they weren't that bad last year, believe it or not, the Colts.
They made the playoffs
Yeah.
with the mustache at the helm.
Saturday?
No, that was a couple years ago. But Minshew.
Gardner. Yeah. Season win total is 8.5, so that fits that. And they're had 9 wins last year. We got Dan Quinn, medicine woman from the Washington.
This is the one I'm going to get down on.
I was gonna say Daryl's a closet Washington man.
Are you really big? Big.
It's been
Commodus fan?
rumored for many years. I actually like this a lot, though.
I could
Seems
see
like
this. I could see this.
No
think
way
he-
to go but up.
Yeah, 4 wins. They're projected at 6.5. So let's say he exceeds that. He's a first-year coach.
He's a good defensive coach, and they drafted all offense. So
Always had success everywhere he's been defensively, I believe.
pretty much
defensive coordinator.
Seattle, Atlanta, Dallas, and now
There you go, Jimmy.
That's an interesting one. That's one to look at.
You don't know me, but sorry.
Yeah, well, bruh. Brian Callahan, as Rich mentioned, from the Tennessee Titans. They're 20-1 at he's 20-1 at DK.
Callahan brake pads.
That's Tommy Boy.
Yep.
Yeah, season win total is only at 6.5. Not really high
I could
expectations for the Titans.
I could shit in a box and put a guarantee on it, but that's just a guaranteed piece of shit.
He could sell ketchup popsicles to a lady in a white dress.
Yeah, he's also first-year coach. Oh, whoops. Fuck that up. Here's the last one. Kevin O'Connell.
He's not a first year coach.
Not a first-year coach. No. And this
This is a
one,
good one, too.
but it's 25-1.
I don't
25-1 at the DraftKings.
This is who Cleves AT?
Yeah, Cleve TA.
Cleves TA? This is his pick.
This is his pick. Season win total 7.5. 7 wins last year, so not much of an improvement there. I'm not really sure I didn't hear the
Really
rationale behind that.
It really depends on what you think's going to happen with the actual Vikings. You know, do you really
Yeah.
think they're going to be?
They're in a rough division.
They're in a
That's-
rough division, and they're going to be starting a rookie quarterback or
Sam
worse. Yes. So
I just don't see that one. I like the guy from Chicago better than that. Making an improvement.
Eberflus?
Eberflus. Sure, Eberflus. You might be right. I don't know.
Eberflus.
I'm not one to correct the English language.
No, I appreciate that. And here's everything. Here's everything on the board. So this is one of those you could play all of them.
play them all, Richie.
You could play them all.
$100 on each.
Yep. You got
I'm
800
liking
bucks
Jim
down.
Harbaugh, and I'm liking Dan Quinn, Medicine Man myself.
Yeah, but I think you can't ignore a team that was terrible last year, like Carolina, and
Well-
Washington sort of fits that mold that from last year.
We all
too.
know that NFC East, which is a different division winner every year. So
And I don't think that's the hardest division to go through
No.
anymore.
not at all.
I can't see Kevin O'Connell getting anywhere near it.
No?
Now with
I
the
don't like
Lions
that.
and the Bears.
Well, who won it last year?
The Lions.
No. Who won the coach of the year?
Oh,
last
we
year?
talked about this. We couldn't.
Oh, it's the guy from hold on. Should I know this? Having a hard time here. Somebody give me a clue.
Are you thinking Texas?
No, it's not.
Okay, because a lot of people think it's the guy.
I
from
thought it was
Texas.
the guy from. It's not.
Oh,
no.
DeMarco Ryan.
and it's not the
no.
guy from Oakland either, right?
The guy from
Nope.
Texas should have won it too. Like, it should have been. How did he get screwed out of that deal?
It's somebody you're like, oh, really? He won?
Right.
You know what I mean? It was one of those.
Yeah.
Coach
was
from
that?
Cleveland
Son
or
of a
something?
bitch.
It wasn't Indianapolis, right?
No. Nope.
Wasn't Tennessee.
Nope, it was none of those.
Was it the guy from Cleveland?
It's not a repeat. Yes, it was the guy from Cleveland. Thank you. What's his name?
I don't know.
I always think his name's
Rex
O'Connell.
Rex Ryan's brother?
Hold on. I'm going to look this one up here.
No.
What's that guy's name? The other Ryan? Buster?
The guy that likes the feet?
Browns head
that's
coach is Kevin Stefanski. There you go.
Stefanski.
Stefanski won it. That's who it was. Although I wholeheartedly believed it was the guy from the Texans.
Yeah.
I think he should have won it, or Dan Campbell. I don't get the Cleveland thing. Who cares?
Well, Cleveland had major.
Their defense was
Flaw.
locked and loaded.
They had a major flaw in that team.
They had
Who's
their
the quarterback?
quarterback for half the year.
Yes.
Watson, my
They
dear
picked
Watson.
up a guy off the heap, a guy that wasn't on a team.
Oh, Flacco?
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty cool.
It's true.
Gotta admit that. Hold on a second here. I'm just going to pour myself a beer. I think out of
didn't
this
they have
list.
the cat from UCLA too, half the year. The rookie that played quarterback as well before Flacco. He got hurt too.
Who was that?
I'm
Josh,
with-
Josh Rosen?
No. He's one of those running quarterbacks though, type fellas.
Are you thinking
Let's
of
say Washington or
Josh
something?
Dobbs, the Minnesota Vikings?
The
NASA?
astronaut.
The astronaut.
Astronaut, Rich. Come on.
Yeah. No, not Dobbies.
No, I like Josh Dobbs.
Did he play for Cleveland at one point? He played for like 5 teams.
Might
last year.
have. He very well might have.
Did he? I don't remember him being in Cleveland for anything.
He might have started the year there.
I went there to
He
the
started
Hard Rock.
at Arizona. He
Definitely.
beat out Kyler Murray.
Kyler
Was it
Murray.
PJ Washington or something? What was the guy's name?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he definitely was a PJ of some sort.
Yeah.
But that just shows.
I don't
Not
care.
too
Cleveland
memorable.
was, 9-8, made the playoffs. Who cares? DeMarco, I mean,
They
Houston
were
was
dangerous,
exciting.
though. Remember? Didn't they beat the 49ers when the 49ers were unbeatable?
Yeah, but they caught the 49ers at the beginning of that streak. Did Minnesota beat them first on a Monday night? Then Cleveland caught them.
Let's not let facts get in the way of a good,
Yeah, good story.
story.
Well, I'm watching the Orioles
whatever.
here. I got the under. They're at 8 with 1 inning to play. I need 8.5. Under.
You're good.
Excitement.
That's your kind of your new thing, Jimmy. The over-unders.
That's all I've been doing.
I tagged along on those two yesterday.
Yeah.
That paid out pretty well with the parlay.
Should have tagged along today. 2 more.
You didn't pass that information along.
It should have popped up in your DraftKings.
Don't think it did. Did you play it at FanDuel?
No, it was DraftKings.
Talking about FanDuel, since you brought it up.
Yeah, sure. Floor
for
is yours.
The third time this week, or within the last 7 days, I've gotten a deposit $50, get a $25 bonus bet.
That's cool.
Is that reminiscent of something you got last year?
I was getting deposits. What was that?
I think it was the same
I
thing.
thought it was deposit like 400, get
Oh.
100 or something.
I don't think you're right. I think it was just a $25 deal, and you got it about 4 or 5 times.
Or maybe that's what it was. It was when FanDuel became legal in Tennessee.
Oh. Well, I'm getting it now.
Hey, congratulations.
3 times in 7 days.
Keep loading it up. They don't give me anything. They don't want me back. I'm telling you.
Well, just like
Oh,
Gun
like it.
Lake.
Well, that happens.
It happened over there.
They cut my betting limits. Over there.
What do you make of that? They figure you out to be a sharp?
I think that, well, it had to be what it was. They're not cutting somebody that's going to lose. So they, on tennis, which I haven't figured out if it applies to baseball yet, but it's certainly on women's tennis. I can't put down more like $12.
I don't think they usually limit people by the sport, so I think it's
Wait,
probably
they
gonna-
limited the wage you could put down?
Yeah, I can't put down. Well, it depends on the odds.
Were you hot over there or something?
No. In fact, I got my ass kicked there that week. Probably the worst week I've ever had.
And they lowered your limit.
And they cut my limit.
Damn, those
They sent me
Indians.
a little pop-up that said, we've evaluated your betting account and we've adjusted your betting limits and you are no longer eligible for promotions.
That's backwards for winning, losing.
And yeah, because you actually, me and you played pretty much the same thing there that week.
Yeah, see, I wonder
we got our
sometimes
dick
if
kicked
they
in.
see. I didn't get limited, but I could see where if there's a unique combination of picks that go in from 2 different people in the same, vicinity.
I think it was the closing line value. which really shouldn't be a thing for women's tennis, really.
And I didn't get the same CLV that you did.
I was crushing it over there. Didn't amount to any winnings, but I can understand it. I can't really get mad at that. I mean, I know that's the thing. So it is what it is. But yeah, I can't put any money down. But what I'm curious to know is, like, Gun Lake is a Canby, that's a Canby skinned book, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Sure, I do.
Okay. So you got them, you got
Explain it to Rich, though, in case he doesn't understand.
In case Rich doesn't get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a third party called Canby, Kambi. You can look it up. They're probably really, if you added up all the action that they get, the largest sports book anywhere, right? So they provide the odds, they provide all the back.
Gun Lake is not a line setter.
Yeah, Gun Lake isn't really even a
They're
thing.
buying the lines.
Yeah, they're paying Canby to set the lines, to do the risk management, to have the trading. They don't do any of that. They just basically provide an interface. They put the Gun Lake logo on it. Same thing with Bet Rivers. That's a Canby. Barstool used to be before they are no longer. So usually the smaller places, because they don't have the scale where they can't be a DraftKings and develop their own app and all this other stuff.
They don't have a bunch of super nerds back there?
No, they don't. So my question is, I don't have another book that is a Canby book.
You don't have Bet Rivers?
I do not have
Why?
Bet Rivers. I've never done it. I never had to.
Shout out.
Scoot up. You're going to be out of focus. If you
Shout
don't
out to
sit.
Tones at home.
Yeah.
He's been wanting to know when to get on DK, by the way.
Now, DK actually used to be a book that Canby supplied up until a few years
That's
ago.
shocking.
Yeah.
But I wanted to tell Tones that now is the time to get in on DK. I think you can get up to like $300 in bonuses.
Oh, there you go, Tones. Shout out, Tones.
Continue on with what you were saying.
Yeah, so my question is, if I sign up for Bet Rivers, and I've heard mixed information, are they going to treat me the same, even though it's a different book technically, but it's going through the same back end?
I've heard that before, that they will limit people.
Oh, will they?
I haven't heard about it anybody in this state of Michigan, but I've heard about it in Pennsylvania and whatnot.
Yeah, okay. Well, then yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't let that stop you from the now and present.
No. And there was just a brief moment in time, and it was really that week where that particular book had really good odds on tennis.
Yeah.
Because I didn't bet there in a long time.
And you were getting slaughtered.
I was getting my ass kicked, literally shit canned over there. I mean, how much we lost, like every bet.
I think about that sometimes, like on prop bets once in a while, FanDuel is out of whack. And it looks like every prop bet is a good bet based on everybody else's lines. And then you end up losing 7 out of 8. And it's like, well, maybe they're really that good.
Yeah, I don't think that was the case with them.
No?
No, because they're not really a good, they're never in the mix. It just has happened to be for the early rounds of Wimbledon, they were like 10 cents off, it seemed like, compared to everybody else. And, we lost a lot that week, and then they cut me off. So you can't bet and win it back. So that's kind of the bullshit thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, such is life. Such is life of a professional sports bettor. So, there's none of that. Hey, we got 4 viewers. Cool. What's going on, 4 viewers?
Where's Q-Dub?
I don't know. Is he okay?
Where's K-Dub? Where's Gary?
I don't know where everybody's at.
Where's all the usuals?
I don't know who these 4 people are.
Send out the 760 of their friends.
My daughter said she would tune in tonight if I mentioned her name and talked about her.
She's a subscriber.
Her real name or her pretend
happy
name?
belated birthday. You're 11 years old now.
Hey, all right.
Wow.
What else?
Early?
My favorite
What
number.
else? She likes to swim on occasion.
Shut up.
She's going to babysitter's camp right now.
Ooh.
Gonna learn how to babysit.
Okay.
You
It's
get
not
a
easy to
certificate
do.
with that?
I don't know.
No.
And it's
Never heard
over.
of
I think
that.
she graduated with honors.
Hey, congratulations. We don't call you by her real name usually on the show, right?
What would I call her? Ethel?
Ethel's your wife.
Damn it.
She's
She have some scholarship offers.
what's her name?
Lined up.
I think the only guarantee is that you don't go to college. I don't remember her name. Margaret? Mildred?
Mildred.
That's right.
Boom. Mildred.
After my grandmother, Mildred Champagne.
That wasn't your grandmother's name.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
You know better than me.
Sounded
I do.
sad.
Let's take a look at our performance.
I think I know my
Rich, we're going to gloss
name.
over you, man. I don't know what to tell you, pal.
I'm in a summer free
God
fall.
damn.
You lost 27 units last week?
Last week.
I think 2 weeks ago, I think it went over.
Yeah, I look at it. I put, I grade the bets,
That's
right?
okay,
Win or
Jim.
lost.
I've put it aside, and I'm going all MLS, which is my top sport.
That is your sport. You're up 4.08 on MLS.
Sometimes
Let's look at the
you
bright
just
side.
You got to recognize who you are in life.
Yeah, and you're waiting for NCAA football and men's basketball to come back around. I like that. All right, we got D-Dub. Hey, Rich, you're going to do okay this week. I said that last week, too, but I mean it this week.
It has to turn around.
It's got to turn around sometime. It's got to. I mean, it's an uncanny... that was a D-Dub like
Me and
fall
you are
from
like
grace.
Batman and Joker on this thing.
Oh, yeah, we kind of are. We kind of are. D-Dub didn't have any bets last week, which was probably the right thing to do.
Smart.
And he's only down 3.35. He can actually get into the positive this week.
I think I'm betting too many
folks,
units this week.
at home. You got a lot on the line, but it's okay. And my boy Tones, he's going through the same thing as Rich is. He can't seem to find a winner, and I know how that goes. And
Me
it
and
sucks.
Tones are
It sucks.
free falling.
Yeah, he's down 13.21. I gained a little bit last week, even with the disappointing loss from what's her name, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Did you lose your champion already?
Yeah, she went out.
What?
Yeah, she went out. But I still because both of my other tennis bets came home, so it was I'm up 28.17.
Can't argue with that.
No, and as a group, we're down a little bit. But you know what's interesting, guys, is we are heading after this week. Once we put these bets in, we're going to be at over 1,000 units risked.
How about that?
How about that?
At $100 a unit, puts you at what, 10 grand? Come on, Rich. It's 100 grand.
It's 100 grand. Yeah, it's be 100 grand. Yeah. So we've definitely put some pretend units through here on the numbers, guys. And Mother
called-
Midwest says, "Hey guys, I left you some pizza downstairs."
Is it
Well, that was awfully nice. Thanks.
Sorrento's?
Well, I don't. Who knows? Probably.
Rich, get yourself some Sorrento's on the way home.
Will do.
$5 pizzas
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
today and tomorrow.
It's a good shit too.
Did you get your Slurpee today?
No,
Wow. Today's
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
I don't have that sweet tooth.
That's too bad. I love myself Mountain Dew Slurpee. It's my favorite.
Yeah. Low in fat, high in calories, but it's okay.
Diabetes.
Yeah. If you're Wilford Brimley, what he spoke about.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Hey,
Also was a spokesperson for oatmeal, though, so go figure that.
That does lower your cholesterol. I don't know
is
about your
oatmeal
sugar.
bad for your diabetes?
I think it's
I
good
don't
for
know.
your diabetes.
These are the top picks.
Oh, jeez. Okay, here we go. Hey, I got Tones' top picks. I'm going to give these out. Tones. He's got the Argentina money line
Okay.
against Colombia. Now, is this more of the Copa America?
This
as
is
they
the
call it?
final for the Euro Cup. I'm sorry, the Copa Cup. Yes.
Copa Cup. Okay, Copa Cup. He's taking Argentina minus 174 versus Colombia.
He's
Versus
taking
Colombia.
Messi and company.
Messi and company. He's also got Spain.
Spank.
Spain? What is that?
Spagam.
Spacan? Wow, he was in a hurry. Spacan
I don't
versus
know why you
England.
guys don't
Spain.
It's obviously Spain. Everybody knows.
Is that what that is? Span
As
versus
a
England?
classic mispeller on this show.
That is. That's a fucking
Spam.
C-SPAN.
He put it in
C-SPAN.
brackets. Okay. Minus 136. He's putting 1 unit on Span.
Haste makes waste, Jimmy.
All right, here's Richie. Richie, what do you want to talk about?
We're going to MLS. Montreal is my favorite club in the MLS because there's no Detroit. So
Who's their big striker on that team?
Are they really your favorite?
not Mappe
Mbappe?
or Messi.
So you're taking the CF. What does CF stand for?
I don't know.
CF Club Football. Is that what
Club
that is?
football. There you go.
Montreal.
First UTD United tax
UTI.
dollars.
Oh, you don't want one of those. Yeah.
That's Atlanta United. They're playing both middle.
This
Both
is
in the middle of the table. This one's at home in Montreal.
a 2-unit pick, Rich. Two
Two-unit
units.
pick. The referee's going to be talking French Canadian up there, so Vantage Montreal.
Advantage Montreal.
Advantage push.
Dude, that's
FC
what's been fucking you, man. How many fucking ties
I
have
know.
there been?
There's been a ton of ties.
You pick a team and they tie every
I know.
time.
It's a three-way.
And Tones.
It's a three-way.
three-way market.
That sucks.
Man, you guys are. It's incredible. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
They entice you. They make you think that number's good when reality is There's a third number.
Yeah, the third
I
leg.
need more Wrexham on here. But Football Club Cincinnati, they're top of the table. They're playing an average Charlotte team that shares a stadium with the Panthers. So mark this down for Cincinnati. This one is a best bet right there. Take that one.
This is a big one, right?
That's a big one.
I'm going to take this one because
That's a
I
good
know that it cannot last forever, Rich.
They cannot.
You will win again.
Anyone can see.
Was that Queen?
Yes.
Nice.
You don't know me.
This is one of these unusual ones. I don't know why I said Major League Baseball, but it's obviously a little more MLS soccer.
We'll fix that after the fact.
Nashville is one of the top teams in the league. DC's at the bottom. It's at DC. They're the home team, so I guess they're the favorite. But I'm going to take my shot at this one. Take plus 265 on Nashville.
Should I go down there and see some MLS soccer? Will they be in town next week?
Nope, not around here. We can go watch some Detroit FC, though. They're in fourth place.
No, but I'm going to be in Nashville next week.
Oh, Nashville, yeah. Yeah, check it out.
Do they only play on the weekends, or do they play during the week? Or
They play Wednesdays and Saturday nights.
Everybody says when you're in Nashville, you got to go watch some soccer.
And get some Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, Nashville hot chicken. All right.
Oh, no.
D-Dub, you're up here.
Oh,
you're
man.
infringing on my fucking turf here, Daryl.
So I think I'm betting too many units. This is going to be a bad thing.
This is against Rabakina?
No, Rebecca lost. Come on.
She
I thought
lost?
You were a big tennis
I didn't
head.
watch it today. I was working.
Oh, jeez.
She lost.
I wouldn't let work get in the way of a good time.
Holy shit. I didn't know that.
Yes,
Wow.
she lost.
Lord.
And so now Paulini is playing somebody I've never heard of. Kai?
I have a feeling. I'm no professional tennis guy,
Yeah.
but I have a feeling I put this into the tennis model and didn't even really pay attention here. You want to know what it is? Oh, she's playing Krejcikova, who beat.
Is that right?
Yeah, at least that's what I.
How do you
plugged
spell
in here.
that?
Krejcikova.
No.
That's not who she's playing. Who is she playing?
Belgasova.
I might be looking at the wrong one.
I think you're looking at the wrong one.
I don't think so. I have Paolini plus
Want to
130.
bet?
Yeah, look it up.
Is that right?
That's what I got. I put it in earlier because I was looking for a tennis pick.
You don't know me, but you're my brother.
It could be wrong though.
You've been wrong before.
Yeah, wouldn't be the second time.
It wouldn't?
No, be the third or fourth.
No. Not for purposes of this show.
Paolini. That's Gary's guy. I got her playing Barbora Krejcikova.
Yeah. She starts with a B, right?
What's her first name?
Is that right?
Yeah. All right, here's what I got on it. I had
Barbora.
yeah, that's her first name.
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
That's okay. I got
When I'm wrong,
Paolini
I'm wrong.
negative EV on that. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean nothing. That's
See, I hate to go down Rich's avenue here, but I mean, I watched the games.
Oh yeah, if you watched them, I didn't.
For you, it's all just numbers.
It's just a numbers
You
game,
just whatever the number says, that's what you do.
right?
I watched Paolini, and I also read Jarrell Petrie's take on her.
Oh,
He calls her a fiery Italian. He calls her.
he put out an op-ed.
He calls her a belladonna, which, I didn't know what that meant, so I Googled it.
Pretty girl, pretty woman.
Well, I Googled it, and that took me into a den of iniquity.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Rich is rearranging the set here. What's going on?
I need to reach for a cup.
Oh shit.
So,
I have a problem with these long arms.
so today I saw the Paolini take on Vekic, and that was one of the best matches I've seen in the modern era.
I know you're a big fan of Donna Vekic.
Oh, she's all right.
Yeah, she's not bad.
She's all right. Paolini, not really my.
She had two.
She's not really my cup of tea.
She's Snoop's. Snoop likes Paolini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's fiery.
No, she is fiery belladonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't Google it.
Never.
So
all right, so you're
anyways,
taking Paolini
yeah,
against all odds.
She's something, man. She does not. There's no ball that's out of reach for Paolini, and that's the thing. She frustrates the hell out of her opponents, just with her, piss and vinegar.
Now she certainly was not a favorite to even be in the
No,
final.
but she's 7 in the country. 7 in the world.
in the world.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Number 1 in the country. I
So who's
believe.
she going against, like rank wise?
30-something, I think.
Oh, so she hasn't.
Yeah,
and she's
Vekic was
plus?
not ranked. See, that's where I tell you, Rich, the rankings do not always really play into what the spread is.
Not at all in tennis, I'll tell you that. I can tell you that from my limited knowledge. here.
Okay, here's one for Jimmy
Oh, I don't like.
because
I don't like the dudes.
he loves the men.
Don't like the dudes.
This is a parlay,
Okay.
same sport parlay, SSP.
Yeah, an SSP. As their name.
Tomorrow, quarterfinals. No. Yeah. No. Semifinals. Carlos Alcaraz Garcia.
Alcatraz.
Yeah, he's minus 345. Playing. Who's he playing? Medvedev. That's the
Djokovic.
one.
Okay.
That's the one that's going to lose in this parlay. Let me just tell you.
What if we just took Djokovic then? Took the Joker at minus
It's just-
720.
I'd have to come up with 7.2 units
Yeah.
to get back to the
Djokovic
one I want
play
to
in
win.
the men's singles in this?
Say again?
Did he play in the men's singles?
Yes.
He did? I thought he was out with an injury. Well, maybe that was a tournament
The
before.
Joker?
Yeah. Is he just playing doubles this tournament?
Let me tell you the funny thing about the Joker. So they have to play right now they've already played 5 rounds or something like that.
Yeah, sure.
He's gotten a walkover in 2 of them, 2 of the rounds. Didn't have to do a thing.
I know how that goes. I got to walk over. Somebody
You know what
was.
a
I was,
walkover is,
pissed
Rich?
off.
The other person retires?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think they retired before the match started.
No, so that was, at least you got your money back. Mine was, it was a walkover. Was it Jabor? Did she walk over? Whatever it was, I had it. It was in the 3rd set. And it was tied in the 3rd set, I think. I was a little bitter about that. Fucking
So to
program.
your point, Jimmy, there's just not much there for you if you're going to bet the Joker by himself. So
Sure. I get that.
Alcaraz is the favorite,
okay.
but he is playing a quality opponent. I don't even know who the Joker's playing, and that's why he's minus 720. So we got a little half unit action.
Okay.
You're known for your half units.
How about 8.5 units?
Justin Thomas, are you familiar with his work?
I know who he is. Yeah, I've heard of him.
He's leading right now.
Oh, no
8
shit.
under for the day.
Out there in Scotland.
Yeah,
Close to him is JT.
Another JT. Another great JT.
drunk.
He doesn't have a goddamn show, though,
He
on
doesn't have
YouTube,
a
does he?
DUI either.
No, he doesn't.
So he's plus
does.
550. So we got a chance to just, piss away a half a unit here. Throwing a dart at the board.
Oh, here's a fucking shocker.
This is a future pick for Rich because we want to get the best number.
Got to get the
Plus
best.
460 right now at FanDuel. Scotty, too hotty. Get down on him now before it's
Think
too
his
late.
game translates in jolly old England.
I think he's our nation's hope and pride.
What is he? Because this is over. It's several hours ahead of us, right?
6,
Yeah, 6.
5 or
Off the
6.
pound.
Do you think, is he still plus 460? Because I'll get on Scotty Scheffler at plus 460.
He
like
was
a really good
460
deal.
at 530 today, but that's
Nice.
you understand that's for the British Open. This is a futures bet, so this is
Oh, fuck.
When
When
we-
is the British Open?
Well, the week
It's-
that Daryl's gone.
so if we were here next Thursday,
Okay, I got you.
I think we're all off next Thursday.
I'm not. No, I'll be here.
Next Thursday, the number is not going to be minus 460, and that's why I had to do it this week.
Okay, I got you.
This is where I've gotten pestered by Rich before.
Not at all.
So,
This says not
I don't know what you're talking about.
so this one will not be resolved at this point next week when we're not here.
When you're not here, is what you meant to say.
Not
Okay.
here either.
Rich isn't here. I think we're just going to call it.
Oh, you're not here, Rich?
Yeah.
Oh, where are you going to be?
Work event. Oh, I told you about that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Work release.
Did you put it in writing? Oh,
Work release.
All right.
Is that what we do?
Hey, yeah. I got.
I got like a request to something.
I already mentioned this. Oakland and Boston under 10.
How we
I
looking
wonder
there,
what that's
Jimmy?
at. That's
Is it
going
over?
on right now. I'm going to back out of here. I'm still alive in the Chicago thing that I got.
In the Chicago area?
I got a question for you. On this backboard here, while you're looking
good.
this up, is this like an app you pay for?
Yeah, I pay for that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Nothing free in the studio. Nothing free in the studio, Rich. Okay, so Oakland and Boston 5-0. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then I got
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Fuck it. We got Luisa Churko, the American. Luisa Churko versus Trevezien. This is in where is this? This is in
America?
no, Sweden? Switzerland.
America.
Oh,
Switzerland.
Zurich?
I don't know, something like
Zurich
that.
is stained.
Plus 230 at Parks. I can't even put $10 on it, but hey, played at Parks. You're going to get plus 230, the best odds as of earlier today. That's all I got, guys.
7-0 Bo Sox.
7-0. What inning, though?
Bottom, start of the top of the 7th.
Top of the 7th? That's alive. It's alive.
Got a chance.
10, well, it was 10 runs was my number.
Well, and,
I'm actually looking
the
pretty
Red
good, I
Sox
think.
won't hit in the bottom of the 9th, so you're ahead of pace.
Yeah, I'm at a pace. All right. Hopefully that comes home for you guys. All right. And that is all the top picks. How about some shout outs? I got to go to the
about
bathroom.
the trivia?
Trivia.
Shout out.
Oh, I got to give the trivia answer. I'm sorry. See, I didn't put it on the thing.
You never remembered.
No, I don't remember it. All right. Let me
It's on
find
the
it
sheet,
here.
Jimmy, number 6.
Okay. So here was the question. Which NFL coach has won the most AP Coach of the Year honors with four? That was the question.
You know, I was thinking, is this active coaches?
Actually, you know what? I'll be right back.
I don't think so.
You guys
I
talk
think
about
this
amongst
is
Time
just
for the Dubs and Rich show to.
the way I took
Kinda
it
bring in
is
some
who's
viewers.
the all-time greatest with 4.
So you were thinking it was? I thought it was active for some reason. That's what I get for not reading.
Oh, well, my guess was not an active player.
Or coach.
Player coach, the Pete Rose. Who was the basketball coach player?
Basketball.
Yeah, back in the 70s. Coached
The guy for the Celtics did it for a while.
Lenny
Russell.
Wilkins.
Lenny Russell was a player coach.
Bill Russell, yes.
Somebody
Yep.
different though.
Lenny Wilkins.
Oh,
Remember him?
yeah. The Seattle Atlanta coach.
Well, yeah, I think he was
Why
coaching.
don't they do player coaches anymore?
I think they.
Does it Pete Rose?
Good point. Maybe. Who was the
Was he-
last one? You think?
I was just gonna say, was he the last one?
He's the last one that comes to mind.
I mean, that was 85. I can't.
Can you think of anybody else that in our childhood that was a player coach?
I feel like it was really big in football back in the day, but by the time we were watching, I don't think it was a thing anymore.
Oh, really? I did not
Well,
know
I think
that.
I think the Chicago guy was like the most legendary coach.
George Hallis?
Yes,
I didn't know he was a player.
pretty sure he was like a punter, a quarterback,
Oh,
did a little bit of everything.
I think you're thinking of somebody else.
I could
The
be
guy from the Raiders. Blanda? I
possibly
think
George
he was
Blanda
a
was another one of those
quarterback
type
slash
guys.
punter kicker.
Well, you know, in the 30s, they probably had multiple positions for everybody back then. But I think he was a player coach. I feel like he was.
That doesn't sound right to me, but I'm not saying you're wrong.
Right, baseball too.
Cheers.
I think had a lot of them back in the 20s and 30s.
Do you need a beer, Rich?
No, I just cracked open this weird shit at the bottom of the fart thing here.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to lose you guys to McAfee. His bladders must be huge. How the hell does he do that for so fucking long?
Does he drink on there?
Well, that doesn't matter if he's drinking or not. I peed right before we went on, too.
Yeah, but you've had like 12 beers.
It's called Flomax, Jimmy.
Is that what it is? It's called Cologuard. I have a shit ton of that on my
That's the
porch.
other end.
It's our newest sponsor
Newest sponsor.
for all your colostic needs.
All right, it's good to be back. I'm going to find what you guys put in here. Let's see. All right. So, D-Dub said Bill Belichick.
What do you think, Rich?
No.
Damn.
No? Okay.
But what do I know?
What is that?
The
Big Buck. Who's the Big Buck? Says Wayne Fontes. No, Wayne Fonts. I'm sorry. Wayne Fonts? Daryl, is that your alter ego by chance? I think it took an awfully long time to answer that question. I wonder what was going on
I
there.
don't know.
Wayne Fonts.
What a great answer.
I don't think he ever won Coach of the Year. Hold on. I got
He
to flip
should
this.
have twice. Talk about a
Make
guy
that-
that went
there we
between
go.
6 and 12 wins
There
all
we
the
go.
time.
Back here. Bill Belichick. Wayne Fonts. Tones. Tones says hardball. his absence, he says Harbaugh. Harbaugh.
Is that right?
Spelled phonetically.
Doesn't name
He
which
gets
one.
credit for
Could
both
be any
of
three of them.
He would guess Harbaugh.
Yeah.
I like Toads.
I
love
need to
Toads,
go to
by
the
way.
Comedy Cellar around Vegas. We got Daryl over here.
I guess is that it? Hold on, let me back it up. Oh God, you saw that?
Oh shit!
Oh,
don't
I
have
think
it.
Rich is gonna walk away a winner. Me and Toads are gonna have to.
No,
roll
nobody
Shambo.
got it.
I don't even know where my answer is.
It was Don Shula.
Oh.
It was Don Shula. God, you've had his steaks before, I'm sure.
I had Andy Reid,
Shula
actually.
has won the most AP NFL Coach of the Year awards, receiving 4 during his 33-year head coaching career. 3 with the Colts, 1 with the Dolphins. Chuck Knox, Bill Belichick have
go,
been
Daryl.
awarded
3 of them.
3 times, and that is your answer. You guys have tied with zeros.
I thought I had it second place with Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick, no, that's not the way we play it.
Oh,
Not the way we play it. You guys are going to have to Rochambeau.
son of a gun.
Boy, this show has everything, doesn't it? Excitement.
to get back.
Where's that book at?
Oh,
Where's our Rochambeau?
there's the book. It's here somewhere. Thanks, Gagu. Hi, Gagu. How are you?
All right, let's see.
All right, here we go.
What do you do? Rock, paper, scissors. Shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ready?
Best out of 3, by the way.
Let's get ready to rumble. Shoot. Got me.
1
Rock,
for
paper,
Daryl.
scissors, shoot.
Tied.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock,
Tied.
paper, scissors, shoot.
1 each.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Nothing.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
And Rich. Back to
That
back.
was one of those epic battles that people remember.
It's getting hot in here.
That one was one for the ages.
That was a
One for the
That
ages,
was
guys.
7 or 8.
Paulini Vecic.
That was a Vecic Paolini. If I ever saw
Vekic,
one.
Jimmy, you're saying it wrong.
Vecic.
Vekic.
Vecic. All right, guys. Well,
I felt for Vekic today.
did you?
Couldn't touch her, but I felt for her.
That's all you can do is feel
We have
around.
one more. How about some shout outs? Do we have any shout outs? What do you think? Rich, you got one?
Shout out to I don't know, whatever. 4th of July, America. That was good times. Vegas. I'll see you soon. Shout out to Lauren for being good company. We had a great time together. And then Jimmy, I have a request for my oldest daughter to join the show. She's a NFL aficionado, so maybe we'll bring her on when NFL starts.
You have a request from your oldest daughter to be on
Yes.
our show?
Yes.
And she's how old? In her 20s?
19?
And she wants to be on our show.
She wants to be on our show.
That's
To
unusual.
talk some football.
Oh, well, of course, she's welcome anytime. No, we're equal
So shout out
opportunity
to
here.
Lauren. She was texting me in the show trying to make her way out here today. I said, wait till football season. though.
Okay. Well, yeah, of course, anytime. D-Dub, scoot up again. You're out of focus. You got to move up. You got to.
Shout out to Justin's. For all your class
Class
ring
ring?
needs. Future sponsor of the show.
Oh, you got a connection over at Jostin's?
Justin's.
I know who Jostin's is. Yeah.
Okay. That is all.
That will be it. Hey, shout out to your shirt.
Thank you.
Like that shirt. I may want to take it off. Well, no,
Jimmy.
I don't want to say that.
I would have to say if anybody had a Vegas shirt on right now, that's you, buddy.
It's me?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
That
courtesy
thing
of
is-
Mrs. Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I'd like this
The
shirt.
Charlie Sheen missing his
Yeah,
shirt.
it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Speaking of Mrs. Midwest, that was actually my shout out for the night. She just had her somethingth birthday. She's older now, birthday, and our anniversary, our 11th wedding anniversary, is this Saturday.
Well, shout out to you, Jimmy. Congratulations.
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, to my love of my life,
Elaine's
shout out.
11. You got your 11th anniversary going on. 11's my favorite number. I mean,
Is that your favorite
come on,
number?
Let's go.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Danny White, baby.
I had one more. Mother Midwest for leaving us some pizza randomly. I'm not sure where that came from. I mean, granted, I live upstairs in my parents' house, so she just meant there's some pizza in the kitchen, I guess.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, some meatloaf. So shout out to Mrs. Midwest. Shout out to Mama Midwest. And that is what I got.
Peace, everybody.
Woo woo.
We'll see you in
going?
a couple weeks.
We
I know
going?
you're going to miss me.
Let me hit the button. Yeah, wait. So where are you going next week, Rich, before we sign off?
Lauren has a business meet and greet thingy
And she's
Oh,
taking you.
She's taking me. I can believe
That's a
it.
fucking mistake. Lauren, just saying.
Sheesh.
I'm kidding.
Talk about making a big impression.
I mean,
Yeah, the way it's
who else
funny.
did you bring? A fellow podcast? I mean, a famous podcaster to your work event? Like,
Make sure you bring our business cards. I can't find the button.
Is that how she announces you
yeah,
to a group?
Absolutely.
This is a podcast tour.
Yeah,
Richie.
that's how you get a promotion. Is you introduce me.
The famous podcast tour. All right, let's go. All right, we'll see you guys. We'll see you next week, except for like half of us. I don't know what the fuck we're going to do. We'll figure it out.
Introduces
probably
me as a
cancel
side
next
piece.
week.
I think.